Okay.
Hello ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about before. We was doing some test runs. Okay. This video we're going to try and make it last at least 3 hours. We're going to be talking about the free fly week. We're going to be talking about all the ships we've got. Little Miss will commentate because I can't fly and commentate. I'm just waiting for her to give me a sound check to make sure everything's right, and then she will take over.
Everything is on okay.
Is there sound in the music? Is there sound of music in the background?
Yep.
Can you hear it? Are you in the background?
Not as yet.
Well, let me know as soon as, please.
Yes, sound is perfect.
Okay. We did have sound difficulties. Apparently, it was voice attack. So we cannot do anything with voice attack in there. So we're going to try and keep it as entertaining as possible. We're going to start again from the ships from the beginning. And as we go longer, we're going to the big ships. Okay? I prefer to dress in civvies. It makes the game look more natural. It's tired of seeing people walking around rescuing ships in spacesuits when they don't need to. Basically doing an attack, yes, we get it, but you'll see as we go along.
He also thinks he looks more sexy in the civvies, but we will see.
This is me and my friends. It took me 3 hours to get these clothes. The flash in the background is the SLI. I'm still working on it until CIG sorts it out. I could tweak up the RPC to go faster and make the colours more richer, but I think just for demonstration purposes this is okay. I'm going the wrong way. This is what I mean by multitasking.
Right. Good morning, afternoon, evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and aliens. My name is Little Miss UK.
Excuse me,
and my
Little
partner...
Miss. Did you say
Yes?
did you say aliens?
Yes, that's one of you.
You knew I was going to say you there, didn't you? So where have you got your tail? Is it in your ears or is it in your backside?
No, it's in your backside, not mine.
Oh no. I can tell you what comes out of there, you don't want to know. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, we know.
You carry on.
Be quiet, let me finish.
She's got the giggles.
I gotta start all over again now, you little devil. Right. Let's start again, shall we now? I was rudely interrupted.
Not by me,
Good
was it?
morning, afternoon, evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and aliens.
Jackie, Little Miss, sorry. Oh, I'm gonna get a brick in me. Whoa! Where did that? What do you mean? Now you're famous. You are a big film star on YouTube.
I might actually get a word in edgeways in a minute.
I'll try not to disturb you. Fat chance.
My name is Little Miss UK and my partner in crime is Pepper. And we love playing Star Citizens. And today we are promoting the Free Fly Weekend. The free Fly Weekend, basically you can actually join Star Citizens for free. I will put the link for the game in the chat in a second. What it means is you can join it, you don't have to buy a ship straight away. See if you like the game. If you like the game, then later on and you want to join it properly, you can then buy a ship. The best ships to buy are the cheaper packages because the most expensive ships you can play in-game with other players.
Don't you mean with me?
As if they like you.
Oh, no one likes me.
Is that right?
I will be starting off in one of the starter package. Okay, I will be starting off in the Aurora. There's actually two basic ships in the starter package. That is the Mustang and the Aurora. The Mustang has just had a facelift. It now takes cargo. I actually believe that is a ship you should get. Personally, if you do get that ship and you do decide to play the game, join Unity. We've got all the big expensive ships here you can actually use. You don't have to spend the kind of money I spent, but you can still have the same entertaining fun, which we'll go through as we go through all these ships. I will try and fly each and every one of these ships and give you a brief description. When it gets to the bigger ships, I might take it a little bit farther. I am going to try and do a 3-hour take. Sorry, I did say 3 hours. I don't want to do these little 5-minute, 10-minute takes. Okay? Because it means me doing 50 little takes, and if you've got me subscribed to, I'll be like a switchboard on your mobile phone, and we don't want that. At the moment, I am in the Aurora, and I am just now going to start the power, and I'm going to request takeoff.
Enjoy the ride. System check.
Before I take off, I'm going to say something quickly. I was actually watching Newbie Fire a couple of days back, and he was talking about when we're landing, we can't see to land, we've got to use third person's view. That's this. But in 2.6, we already had it. You see this beacon here, or icon, I can't remember the name. This used to show us, I tell you I'm going to take off, there's too much light.
Right. In the right hand side in chat, I have put mine and Pepper's referral codes. If you use one of these codes, you will get 5,000 free credits play in the game with.
If you want training or knowledge, just click on the Discord channel and join the reception. We can sit down and chat from there. As I was saying earlier about this ship and about landing, as you know, most ships, the players are having problems landing. Reason being, because they can't see, well you can on this one obviously, they can't see below there. Now, in 2.6, before they changed over, we had something like this. If you can see where the mouse is, they used to have, when we go to land or request landing permission, it used to display on there. Now how they used to do that, right, which you can do in this game when they actually fix it, if you zoom in and you go onto navigation scale, that is where it happens. Okay, as you can see, but it doesn't go far enough down. If it did, we could actually zoom in and land and see where we're landing. But obviously that's down to CIG. I just thought I'd just do that quickly while Little Miss has a cup of coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
You'll actually see me in my civvies actually flying the ship. Now, seriously you guys, don't you think that looks a lot more better than wearing a big chunked up spacesuit? Yeah, you wear spacesuits when you have to, but come on, no, that fits the part. Don't you think so? As you can see.
Right, I'll get back to where I was just now. Like I said, we are actually promoting the free fly weekend, which means You can actually join the game, try it out. If you like it, you can buy a package, like either the Aurora or the Mustang. If you use our codes, you will get 5,000 free credits, but only use one code because you only get one lot of 5,000 credits, not two. So don't try and put both of them in because it won't work.
Now, why did you say that? I won't put two codes if you gotta get 10,000. Killjoy.
I'm so going to slap you in a minute.
Violence. Huh.
Well, be quiet, I'm trying to talk. And you'll be able to use a lot of ships in game with Pepper, which he has actually got access to. The games that are actually in game that he has right now is the Caterpillar, Starfarer Gemini, Starfarer, 600i, Aquila, Andromeda, Cutlass Black, Sabre Raven, Herald. The Rover is a ground vehicle, as is the Cyclone. They are pretty fun to drive. And yes, you can lose a wheel off of the Cyclone. I've done it. And use a lot more ships besides that he has actually got access to. We are actually in an org called Unity. If you wish to join us in the org, the link to our Discord is found in the description below. I will also put the link in the comments after streaming if you can't find it in the description.
I would like to make a correction on this. Nickel Miss says join the org. Yes, we have got an organisation, but we're not actually taking people in the organisation because we're still trying to figure out how it actually works, spectrum and everything to go with it. So it's actually private. But if you want to join us on Discord, you can. That is an independent program, okay? Totally different from Star Citizens. But we used Discord to interact with. It doesn't mean because you've come into Discord, you are a member of our org. You can be friends, come into chat to take part in activities. That's where there's a lot of confusion at the moment because people think because they've joined Discord, it is a part of Star Citizens. It is not. It's a separate program where you can run different games and do different activities. So please do not confuse the two of them, which has been done in the past. You are free to use Discord at your leisure. You can go into anybody's Discord channel at your leisure. It does not mean you are a part of Star Citizens organisation, but you are free to have friends. So if anybody tells you any different, you've heard it from Pepper first. I've been into games for the last 30 years and I do know the rules, but I like to play dumb when I'm listening to other people because people do not like when somebody knows more than somebody else. There's no sound, Little Miss, if you're speaking.
Sorry? We have active players called Beamer. He is a salvage and engineer expert. Gorilla Zilla, who is into industrial espionage. We also have Pepper, who is into exploration, engineering and streaming. Myself, Little Miss UK, is into cargo, exploration, medical and engineering. And hi Sting.
Hi.
I'm now just landing the Aurora and I'll be taking out my second ship. Carry on, Little Miss, while I display my perfect landing.
Perfect landing, yeah, okay.
Hi Sting!
Hey.
We're just doing a free fly and letting people know what Star Citizen's like. I'm actually streaming 4K. I've had a few problems this morning, but I think I know what's been causing the problem. I know what's been causing the problem. It's been voice attack, so I've got to redo the whole lot of that again. Anyway, carry on, Mickle Miss.
Right, 1 second. Right. We are, right, as I was saying, we are in an org called Unity Corporation. If you wish to come and join us, we can be found on Discord. The link is in the description below. I will also put the link in the comments after streaming has finished. If you cannot find the link in the description below, you will need to press on show more. That is how the link is found. If you can't do that, I will put the link in the comments below afterwards anyway. When I say join the org, I mean join us on Discord. And if you like what you see and how we do things, you may want to join our org at a later date.
I am now just going to disembark from the Aurora. This is the cheapest starter pack ship, but if you want to take my... Whoa! What was that? I think CIG needs to sort that out. I thought my ship was going to explode with me inside it. Yeah, as I was saying, I've forgotten. Yes, that's me, Pepper. As you can see, I'm in my series. This is what you call coming out in style. That is real.
What we'll also notice is once he gets distracted, he forgets what he was thinking about in the first place.
As I say, there's 2 starter pack ships. That's the Aurora and the Mustang. This is the Aurora, and it's not a bad little ship, but it's too small for me. I don't like getting shot at, basically. As you can see, there's a lot of quality gone into these ships. When I first started, I started in 2.6. It was okay then, but this is unbelievable. Basically, when they changed over at 3.0, they didn't just rewrite the program, they actually transferred the program from CryEngine to Lumberyard, I think. Now because of that, because they didn't rewrite it, there was a lot of bugs. But when you think about it, in the 3 months they have done this, there's a heck of a lot. The first 2 months were stressful with the lags, the bugs and everything. But to transfer a program and not rewrite it, I say that's money well spent. Yes, the bugs are annoying, but look at the bloody quality. Look at that. Look at the animation. And there's lots more to come. Now, another thing, in 2.6, we used to have the ships in the hangar decks, okay? Where we could admire them. Yeah, that's where I used to admire all my ships before they came out. Well, they don't do that no more. What they have done, they've actually put these ships in game. Now, the problem is, these ships are very buggy. I won't hint 600i, but I'm glad they actually let us use these ships in the verse to give us a general idea of what these ships can do. And with the feedback while we're testing these ships, they can make the adjustments to make the ships better. But you have to fly these ships, point out these faults so CIG can fix them. Don't wait for anybody else. Do it yourself. The more people that advertise and express their opinions, the better and quicker things will be done. Yes, we all come from different nationalities and we all come from different backgrounds, but CIG bullshit. No, seriously. At the end of the day, people say things. It might sound criticizing and it sounds very harsh, but no, if you read on what they're saying, they're trying to explain the concerns that need to be fixed, but they don't know how to explain it, so they explain it in the way they know. But people that doesn't understand will take it as an insult. I had a friend called Frizzer. No, I'm not slagging him off, so let's not go there. I first started streaming with him about a year ago. Okay? And when we were streaming, he used to be hijacked. He used to be very, very upset. I turned around to him and says, Frizz, look at it this way. If they're gangbanging you, alright, that proves they're watching your videos. If they're watching your videos, your ratings are going up. Don't take it the wrong way. Did you know, within an hour after that, he had about 6 new players that actually came on that day and joined. Well, that was because we had me, Little Miss and him, and we built it from there. Those are good notes, okay? Those are good notes. Just give me your ideas. When you guys are streaming and you're being gangbanged, please don't look at it the wrong way. The viewers are watching your videos. Me, they can't gangbang, but I watch their videos, and when I watch their videos, I can tell, because I do come out with a lot of new content. My videos might not be that good, and my speech might not be that clear, but they have a way of putting it in a way that you can understand. So I don't care if they use my videos or use any of my content, because they can put it in a way that you can understand, and that makes me feel better. Good. Anyway, I'm going to change ships now. Back to you, Little Miss, if you've not fallen asleep.
No, I haven't fallen asleep. Pepper has various ships which, if you join us on Discord, you will get to use and learn to fly in these ships. The ships he has are the Prospector, Pioneer, Merchantman, Mercury, Carrack, Polaris, Hammerhead, Caterpillar, Starfarer, Gemini, 600i, Aquila, Apollo, plus a lot more besides. Some of those are not actually in game at the moment, which is the Pioneer, Merchantman, Mercury, Carrack, Polaris and the Hammerhead. The Hammerhead is due to come out in 3.3 or 3.4, but we will just wait and see because they keep pushing the ships back. I was interested in the Taurus, which was supposed to come out in 3.3, but it's now been pushed back to 3.5. I'm not happy about that. But if you wish to come and fly with us, those are the ships, some of the ships you will be able to fly.
Okay, we're an organisation and our name is Unity. All for one and one for all. We prefer to take new players on, not experienced. Not saying we don't want experienced players, of course we do, but no. We prefer to take new players on that's never played before, okay? Now when we take these new players on, we don't expect you to know how to fly, okay? That's why I've got all these ships. What we've learned, we will share with you. We will help you. We will show you. We will give you what we've learned so you can play and become team members. And believe me, when I first started this a year ago, I could not even switch on the key to my ship. I was changing ships. So don't think you can't fly this. It's like driving a car. You have to learn. Okay? It's very good. I have had to learn the hard way. And basically I fly by myself a lot because I like to search out bugs. It gives me an advantage in the game. I've been playing these games for over 30 odd years. So when it comes to bug findings and knowledge of these space games, I've got a pretty good idea. But when I try to explain it, it doesn't come out right. I'm talking from Star Trek, I'm talking about Bridge Commander, I'm talking about X3, The Threat, all them games. This game is expired from all them games, including X-Wing when they first came out. I was in my little Atari, them games. I was only 15 when I first started, that's about 45 years ago. So when it comes to games and organisations, yes, I do know quite a bit, but I like to take a back seat. I like to share my knowledge, but I don't like to run the show. I will now take out my next ship, and that will be the where is it? That will be the, there we are, the X-85. The X-85 is a ship that inspired me. I actually bought the X-85.
The ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
For the 600i. Very disappointed. The 85X is a nice small ship. It's one of the smallest ships that, what was that? The 85X I've forgotten the number of the ship. Deck 2. The 85X is a very nice exploration ship. Sorry, I mean a very nice luxury ship, exploration ship. It can seat 2 people and it has a jump drive. That's the reason why I like that ship, because it's very small and it should be able to fit in most of your ships. Okay, like I said, I bought it for the 600i. Disappointed. Okay, it has a small jump drive, so you're able to jump all over the place. The other reason why I like it is because if I've got a big ship and I don't want to go somewhere it can be discovered, I can park that ship a long way off. Okay, I can go to planets, etc. But now, because I cannot use it on the 85X, I mean on the 600i, as I said, I don't think I'm going to be keeping it. But I also do have the Carrack. Now the Carrack can hold a Merlin. I know it says it's about 20 meters in length it's grown to, but just in case it has not, this ship can go in the Carrack. Now the Carrack, as you already well know, is an exploration ship long term. But what you did not know, the Carrack cannot go through small jump points. We all know that the Carrack has 1,000 credit cargo and a heck of a lot more of the things. But one thing I'm going to say now, if you had this ship on your Carrack, okay, and you come across a small jump point, park up the Carrack, take out the 85X, go through that jump point, discover what you discover there, go back to the jump point, back into the Carrack, whatever you are, this is an example, okay? Whatever you bring back, it's priceless. And when I say priceless, you'll be able to sell it Lesky for prices you could not imagine. Why? Because nobody thought about it. Think about it. The Carrack can't go through jump points when he's a long way ahead. He takes out his scout, he takes out his scout, he goes through the wormhole. He finds priceless stuff in there, comes back to the Carrack, takes it back home. Now, if it's only worth 1 credit where they took it from, you can guarantee it's going to be worth 1 million credit in Port Hollister. That's to give you an example of what you can do in the game if you've got an imagination. I am an explorer, so I have to have an imagination, because there's nothing in the game to be an explorer. But I explore every day, and I don't run out of things to explore. Not like most of you guys that want to do gunfighting all day or pew pew pew. You're going to get bored of your missions. I don't get bored, as you will see. I will now go into the 85X and Little Miss will take over.
The reason he doesn't get bored is because he's always finding new things, new bugs, new exploration things to do, and etc, etc. Right, I will now explain some of the ships he has got and what they are going to be used for. The Pioneer is a storage building ship which we will use to build a base on a planet where we can store cargo, fuel and commodities, which we can use and sell later in the game. The merchantman is a trade ship, and with this ship you do not need to land on any planet or substation in order to do trade, because it does actually have a trade station on board the ship. The Carrack is a long distance exploration cargo ship where you can spend weeks into deep space. So if you want to do that, you will need to take plenty of food, plenty of drink, because you won't be coming back for weeks on end. So you can do exploration, cargo, fall asleep, whatever you want to do for weeks on end, and you don't have to come back. The Polaris is a training escort command center with a hangar bay. This makes it very versatile. The Hammerhead is an escort combat ship which needs a medical bay because of its circumstances.
What she means by that is, okay, the best way I can explain that, the Hammerhead, as you know, is a combat ship. It takes a crew. Now, because it's going to be in combat, people are going to get injured. Now, because they're going to get injured, they're going to need first aid. They're going to need proper facilities so they can carry on. And that's the only reason why I say that the Hammerhead, because of its circumstance as a combat ship, should have a medical bay on it. If you agree, please make a comment, because the ship's coming out in 4 weeks, and if they can adjust it, they will make arrangements. Okay? There's no point going into anything else. We talk about safety of the crew and keeping things maintained. Okay? There will be other means they can use, but I do believe on that ship they should have some sort of medical facilities, because remember, it can take up to at least 7 people on there. Okay, and they are in combat. Think about Star Trek and things like that. Okay, them big ships or ships like that, they have some sort of medical facilities. This ship here is the 85X. I would use this as my personal taxi service. As you can see, I'm in my series again, and I like to pick up little miss and go up in this ship. Now, if I'm going somewhere that's hostile, this ship is a nice stealth ship actually. You can park your other ship sectors away and not be found. Very nice ship. I won't go into any combat stuff with these ships, because obviously I'm not here to do combat, so I'll show off my brilliant skills and whatnot. I'm just going to show you the ships that I've got and that we can use in the game, even when the free fly week is over. People say I'm actually mad buying these ships, because you can get them in game. The game is not going to be released for at least 5 years. Yes, they will be having ships in game in the next couple of months, but I don't think the limited ships like these ships will be in game. The reason why I say that is because if you look on the upgrades, they're not there. They're only there at certain times of the year. But all the other ships will be, but these ships will not. If these ships are in game, trust me, I will get rid of it and get a ship that's not in game.
Where are you, Sting? At Leslie or Port Olisar?
Oh, I forgot about Leslie.
No, I haven't forgotten about him. Someone doesn't have to.
Sting's a very... Sting's a
trying to get to Port, whatever it is, to clear a crime stat.
Oh, you've got a crime stat?
Yeah, for, I don't know what it's for. I don't know. I got blown up.
I'm sorry I can't help you today, Sting, on your crime stats, because I'm actually streaming, as you can see. Sting is a new player, just joined about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He has had it a little bit hard, but I've sympathised with him. basically. No, seriously, he's a good guy. He's still got lots to learn. He's understanding it. I do try to spend as much time as I can with him when he asks me to, but because his time zone's slightly different from mine, when he's going to bed, I'm waking up and vice versa. But we do share things together and we do take activities. That's him who you can actually hear in the background.
When he speaks, that is.
Well, he's just spoken, so he's on candid camera.
I think our thing is a little bit shy at the minute. I think, I don't know.
Have you put this in Discord yet? This link?
Yes.
Okay. And everything's working.
Yes.
Okay. I'm now going to land the 85X. This ship is a luxury ship, as you can see, very nice. All the ships coming out now will be almost like this. So somewhere along the line, all my ships might disappear.
Pepper has recently bought some more ships. He bought the Apollo, which, as we all know, is the long-range search and rescue medical ship.
Please proceed to assigned landing.
He has also bought the Prospector, which is the mining ship, licensed to print money. And will need the Pioneer to build a base close by to store the commodities, because it doesn't actually hold much cargo. Not as much as we'd like.
Base?
He's also... Yes?
No, carry on.
He has also bought the Mercury. The star of the show is a fast cargo data runner. Its weakness is its top speed and not able to hold a cyclone for ground exploration. Pros: it's a 4-star maneuverability, is better than the Freelancer and all the constellations. Better than the Hawk for data storage, outstanding shields, small and compact for its size. The cons: weak firepower and will not be able to fit through small wormholes because of its width. Yes, Pepper, you may now speak.
Oh boy. I'm landing.
You've got what you want to say now.
No, I'm landing actually.
Hey, what's this thing that happens when you press tab when you fly?
Tab. The tab key is supposed to be scanning.
Have a pleasant stay.
I'm actually testing that now on the Prospector. It depends what ship you use, because I use joysticks, you see. Are you using keyboard?
Yes.
Tab. Dum, 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 dum. I'm not too sure. If you go into your escape key, press the escape and then go into the key bindings on the keyboard. It might have something there. But you have to bear with me, okay?
Okay.
Where was that? I just need to get out of the ship before they give me a crime stat, you see. So I can't be with you just now doing that. I'll try and fit some time in there, because one of the big ships I will be flying up to Lesky, and I can get you sorted from there. Are you actually on the same channel as me, or are you on a different channel in Star Citizens?
No, I'm on a different server because yours is full.
I think there is a new bug that's been created in the takeoff and landing. If you've noticed, this is the second time I've done this now, and the ship looks like it's exploding. That is not something I've seen before. So
just a reminder, guys, this is a free fly weekend. So if you click on the link within Robert Space Industries, you will be able to enter the free fly code, and you can enter one of our referral codes in order to get the 5,000 free credits. You don't need to buy a ship straight away, so you can fly with other members, with Pepper, with Sting, with any members who are actually in the verse at the time. So you don't have to buy a ship at the time. So if you like it and want to download the game later on properly, then yes, you could buy a package then. But if you don't like it, it would save you money, because you're not wasting money because you're doing a free fly weekend.
that's a very funny sound. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
Oh, what is that? It's like lightning.
Yeah, it's just something I've actually noticed. I've not noticed before. Every time I press the number 4 key, that is what I get. I don't know if that's a bug or it's supposed to be something in the mechanic, but the way the things are coming out streamlined, I think it's some kind of a boost or something.
Well, don't keep pressing number 4, you might blow yourself up.
No, that's something I want to experiment on. It's got to have its uses. Yeah, carry on, sorry about that.
Right, we do have different locations in this game. We have a location called Polaris. I think that's where everybody starts off at when they get into the game. I'm not quite sure, but I think so.
Yes, they do.
Port Olisar is located in the trade lanes above Crusader. Port Olisar offers a breathtaking view of the planet below. Owned and operated by Crusader Industries, Port Olisar acts as a gateway to the company's vast planetary holdings and orbital shipyards. The station offers accommodation to everyone visiting, executives from pilots travelling through the system. Port Olisar also features parking options for larger scale ships with complimentary shuttles to the surface below. I've never actually seen those shuttles to the surface below, but
Can I?
says it there, so it must be doing it.
Yeah. Before I leave this ship, I would like to make a suggestion for this 85X. We all know this ship is very small and it's very good, but I think they should make these wings fold. Now, the reason I say that, if you can make it fold, it would be able to fit into a lot more ships that are pretty narrow. Now, just in case you don't know what I mean, if you look at the mouse, I will show you, if they could fold from here to here upwards, okay, I'm sure that would be at least a meter. Well, I'm 24 inches wide. That's about 4 foot. 4 foot on each side is roughly about 8 foot. That's about 2 meters, about 2.5 meters. That is a heck of a lot. Now, this could go in the starfarer and all them other ships. I don't think they should hold the restrictions back on this ship, because it is a small ship and it can be fun. But if you don't have enough versatility for it, they won't actually fly the ship. But yes, they will fly it if the occasion comes up. But if it's got more versatility, this ship is a very nice ship. I still like the ship, but I can't use it for the 600i. All my ships are bought are to be carried in other ships, one way or another. Back to you, little miss.
Right, and another one of the actual planets, or substations as I call it, is called Levski. Levski is a so-called free town located in the former QV planet, so this is a mining facility, on Delamar, in the NYX system. It is occupied by political radicals with anti-UEE affiliations. In 2655, a small group of activists sought to escape the totalitarianism of the messes and found refuge in Delamar's vacated mining facility. The remote location seemed an ideal stronghold in which to start a game. They named the facility Levski in honor of the ancient Earth revolutionary Vasil Levski, who shared their dream of a egalitarianism society. As word of this free town spread, many anti-messes activists, intellectuals and pacifists found their way to Levski. They aspired to create an idyllic, leaderless society built around mutual responsibility. Unfortunately, the newly dubbed People's Alliance engaged in an endless debate over how to achieve their goals. The first thing one sees upon entering Levski is the imposing statue to honor Anthony Tanaka, a child laborer who died under the rule of the messes. The statue is an enduring symbol of the People's Alliance of Levski's revolutionary spirit.
This is the guy that died. Sorry, this is Anthony Tanaka that actually died in the mines. As you can see, the guy pulled him out in his arms. I believe he was the dad. That is very sad. But one thing I've noticed, Levski is a very rich moon. I made a heck of a lot of money from this planet. I think he actually died in here, which I'll show you. Oh, we can't see it. I'll find some way. Interesting. I was there in the first place. As you can see, somewhere down there, not a very good picture, but I'll show it in a minute. I think he died somewhere in there. But to be so young, doing hard labour like that, it just remembers the old times. As you can see, so young. They are still working on this statue there now. As you can see, they are actually carving it. Anyway, I'll go take the next ship out.
Just a reminder, if you wish to join us in the Discord, the link is in the description below. If you can't find it, click on show more. We are called Unity. Unity stands for all for one and one for all.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
And this is a free fly weekend. So click on the link in the chat box, download the game and have a free fly. That way you will find out if you actually like the game and actually want to play it properly, or whether you think it's too much and you don't need to carry on with it. At least that way you haven't put any money into the game.
That's what I call good advertising. That's not going to make CIG rich. No, seriously, I was just being funny. I am now coming out in the Sabre. The Sabre Raven is a stealth ship, to what I believe. I've actually got 2 of these. But do I have the Octane memory in my PC? No, I don't. Why? Because I believe the setup I've got is better. Okay? How am I going to explain this now? We all know octane is fast. I've had octane in here, but it's not as fast as it can be. I have 3 960 Pros in this PC. Okay? Now, they are running in RAID. Now, when it's running in RAID, okay, the access time and the load time should be actually 3 times quicker than the Octane. Yes, the Octane puts it in an order so it can be loaded quicker, but when you need the memory and stuff like that, I think this is the best way because you can actually load more stuff into it. So I believe 3 SSD drives is actually faster than Octane. That's why you'll notice that when you've got raiding, the Octane doesn't work. But I've gone one step further. I don't actually run Star Citizens from my SSD. I actually run the whole of this game from RAM. Basically, I've created a RAM drive, and the RAM drive then runs a program. That is almost faster than SSD, faster than Octane. Okay, so now I've got the best of both worlds. The only thing is, when I'm loading up, it won't be instant like Octane. Octane takes 2 seconds. Mine takes 3 seconds. But I am not switching off the PC on and off 24/7. If I wanted to use something like that, I'd use Hibernate. But what I'm trying to say, personally, I actually believe that running this game in RAM, okay, is the best way forward if you've got the RAM. If not, RAID is the next best way forward. And from there, then it's Octane. This program is a very big program. Oh yeah, so this is the Sabre. This has an EMP. I've actually got 2 of these. I've got the Hawk. Nice stealth ship. This will be in my fleet for combat pilots. I won't be flying these ships, okay? When players come in and they like the ships, they will fly these ships automatically and learn how to fly to the best of their capabilities, and they'll also be paid as the job goes, as they get better. At the moment, the game starts every 3 months. So the credit starts again every 3 months. I will now take off with the Raven.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
But to add to that, what Pepper's just said about the game starting every 3 months, any ships you have actually bought with real money, you will not lose. The credits that you gain and bought in-game ships with, you will probably lose those, but you will not actually lose the ships that you bought with real money.
That's a great area. Let me try to explain that one. Give me a little technical list. Just take off, okay, please? Right. What Little Miss is trying to say is, you bought a ship. How much it costs, it doesn't really matter. The game starts again every 3 months, okay? That ship is your ship, as long as you're in the game. If you've got an LTI and it's insured, you will not lose the ship. Some ships are 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. If you don't insure the ship, you will not lose the ship, but you have to have credits to buy the ship back. Okay? Now, I have some concerns on that, and the reason being is, when I first started, there was some confusion about LTI, insurances, and ships are not insured. Right. I still don't get it, but this is the way I see it. If your ship is LTI, you should not lose that ship. It should not cost you anything to replace the ship. The confusion is if you take outside the EU space and your ship blows up, do you lose the ship? Nobody has said nothing about that in the year I have been playing Star Citizens. I've got nearly £5,000 in this game and it's about to build. That needs to be answered. If your ship is LTI, if you lose your ship, you should not lose your ship, care what sector you are in. If you buy the ship and the ship is insured, that's another grey area. If you take the ship outside the sector, do you lose the ship? Now if the ship's insured, by rights in real life, the ship should be replaced. Okay? Now if the ship is not insured and you take it outside of the area and the ship blows up, then yes, you lose the ship. But let's go one step further. Suppose you buy the ship in game now. Does the same rule apply? Well, I don't want to put a dampener on most of you guys out there, okay? But if the ship is bought in game and your ship is taken outside the sector and your ship blows up, you lose it. That is the way I think it should. I've been playing games for a long time, okay? So I think I know where I'm coming from. So think about it, you guys. LTI, insurance, and ships you buy in the game. Okay? LTI, them ships are yours. You can't lose them. But there's nothing being said. If the ship comes out the area, it's not being answered. If your ship's insured, because you've not had it for 6 months or whatnot, do you lose the ship? That's not being answered if it comes out of the sector. But one thing I do agree with, if the ship is bought in game with AUC credits, and I repeat with AUC credits, and you take that ship outside the sector, if it's insured or insured not, you cannot be rewarded. Okay, I'll give you an example. I've got a car, okay? If I crash my car's fully comp, they fix my car. If I take my car to Spain, depending on the insurance, is if my ship is being replaced. If the ship is bought outside the area and whatnot, it blows up, that's down to you. Because people will steal ships and whatnot, that's another story. I hope that clears up a matter that should be looked into. It's a simple ABC 1, 2, 3. I know you guys are not going to like it because everybody wants something for nothing, but think about it. You want the economy to keep going. We can't just keep respawning the ship because you can't fly it. Learn to fly your ships and the game will become interesting. Keep the game real. So if you want these ships, buy them now or buy them in game. When I say buy them in game, I don't mean buy them in game. I mean buy them with the LTI or whatever. But you will lose the ship depending on how they work it. But if it's LTI and it's insured, I don't think they should. Anyway, this is the Sabre Raven. This is supposed to be a stealth ship. I've actually flown this ship, not learned how to fly it just yet. But one thing I've noticed, depending what atmosphere you're in, this ship changes like the chameleon, and it's a bloody good disguise. I've got 2 of these ships, but I don't have the octane in this. I actually took it out because I wanted to use RAID because I have an i9 processor and I'm only allowed 44 lanes. All 44 lanes are used. I use 12 lanes for the 3 Samsung drive sticks. I use 32 lanes for my for my 1080 Ti in SLI, 16 lanes apiece. How many lanes is that? Can somebody count? 32 plus 12 is 44 lanes. Yeah, 44 lanes. So I've got no space to do other things. Yes, I can take out one of the graphics card and No, I'm not taking out the graphics cards, that's not going to happen. I could take out one of the Samsung cards and use RAM, but I want security in my drives too. Although I've got RAID 0, I've also got RAID 5. Now RAID 5 means if anything goes down, it will automatically back itself up and put it back onto my RAID 0. So it's like I've not been off the light, off air. The RAM I'm using is 132 gigs of RAM, and the game is run in RAM, not off the hard drive. It's not fully tweaked up at the moment because the PCs need to be rebooted at the moment. I'm still working things out on there. If you notice, the ship is actually changing with the shades. Not all the ships change like that. And when you're in space, it is almost invisible. So whoever thought of the colour schemes for this is brilliant. Sorry, back to you, little miss.
Okay. Another one of the actual places that you can buy commodities and land is called Grim Hex. Green Imperial Housing Exchange is a base hidden deep in the yellow asteroid belt. Originally built to house workers, it has now fallen under the control of criminals. It was added on Star Citizen Alpha 2.5.0 patch, and until 3.0, Grim Hex was used as the default outlaw spawn location. After the release of 3.0, anyone that logged out in the station will spawn off of it. Grim Hex doesn't appear on the star map. Like all housing exchanges, Grim Hex is built in a hollowed asteroid. It was constructed for mining purposes, but was later abandoned and is now poorly maintained. I think we can tell that because if anyone's actually landed at Grim Hex, you can see how dirty it is, so you can tell it has actually been poorly maintained.
That's not true. That's not true. Why don't you just tell them you just not clean the bloody place?
I would not call Grim Hex my home if I was paid $1 million. It's that dirty.
Excuse
I
me.
would not clean
Excuse me. Didn't you spend 2 months? Didn't you spend a month in there on 3.0 when you were doing your cargo training?
Only because you shoved me off of Levski.
Because you was a pain in the backside complaining and all them kind of things.
Right, now be quiet. Half of the station's corridors are unpressurized and lack gravity. Be quiet! The station is currently controlled by outlaws and is believed to be used as a base of operation by pirates. Although the inhabitants of Grim Hex deny this, in addition to standard landing pads, the asteroid station also contains hangars. Due to its vertical nature, elevators are used to traverse the base. It has a racing course as well, which I didn't know about. I've not found it yet either. In Alpha 2.5.0, Grim Hex was introduced as a spawn point for outlaws. Outlaws could quantum travel to Grim Hex, but cannot get to Port Olisar. While Grim Hex was not available as a quantum location for non-outlaws, they could still reach Grim Hex in other ways. After 3.0, anyone can quantum leap to Grim Hex after orbiting to Yella. Grim Hex orbit Yella. Anyone that log out in the station will spawn on its inhabitant area. Grim Hex sells many goodies with good prices as minerals that can be sold at Polaris. I still wouldn't land there. Don't like the place.
You lived there for a month.
If I tried to get there now, I couldn't find it.
Oh,
I could find it.
I
could find it, but I can't get in between the rocks properly. Shut it, you.
Didn't say a word. I said you look nice in Grim Hex in that dirty place. I have just landed the sabre.
Have a pleasant stay.
Let me try the engine again, see if it does the same thing on this. No, it doesn't do it on this one. Oh, press the wrong key, that's why. It does. Oh, I know what it means.
Please don't get offended at this. I am actually going to tell a little joke, but don't get offended.
I'm
okay?
already offended.
Be quiet, you. I wasn't talking to you. Paddy is on a nude beach in Spain. Out of manners and to prevent sunburn, he keeps a hat over his private. A woman walks past, sniggering, and says, "If you were a gentleman, you'd lift your hat." Paddy replies, "If you weren't so frippin' ugly, it would lift itself."
Oh my word.
Sorry, I just had to. That made me laugh the other day, and I just had to.
Oh my. I'm usually very slow when it comes to these kind of jokes, but that one didn't go over my head. Disgusting woman. Disgusting woman. Okay, that was a Sabre Raven. That's the third ship. Okay. I have got a lot of ships. I'm not gonna comment again.
Check in.
No. I don't want nothing. There's kids watching this, you see. You know what I mean? I don't want them to get educated until they reach maturity.
Yeah, what's a good ship for blowing people up?
The
Go
hammerhead.
again, Sting.
The hammerhead.
What's a good ship for blowing people up?
The hammerhead.
Who's blowing somebody up?
You know.
People are trying. I'm trying to like go to Levski, or not Levski. Sorry. I'm trying to go to whatever that place is. That Crema, whatever it is, to get the crime set cleared. People keep shooting me, and I tell them, "Listen, I'm only here to clear a crime set. I'm not gonna come in and shoot anybody. I'm only here to clear a crime set." These dumbasses still want to shoot. So I shot them back.
They've obviously got a load of them there, and they've actually blockaded it, I would imagine.
Well, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna blockade their butt.
I don't have problems when I go to Grim Hex. Never have problems.
Grim Hex? No, you're on about Korea.
That's what I
about
said.
Korea.
That's
When
Korea.
you're getting more
That's
points
because
up.
they're scared of you. You got
No.
every game in the ship in the game, and they say, "Oh, this motherfucker gonna blow us up. We gonna basically leave him alone."
No, because I sneak in there and I sneak out. You guys go in
You
there.
don't sneak. You don't have to sneak in there. You like, what? You gonna sit and shoot at me? Watch this. Boom.
I'm not going to tell you I don't know how to fire a gun. Every time I try to pull the trigger, it just drops.
Believe it or not, that's one thing he's not very good at, is firing a gun.
Say, what?
That's one
No,
thing Pepper
gorillas,
is not
come
good
in here
at.
and blow these people up.
Oh.
Alright, go get gorillas. Yo, clear this place.
Right, the next ship I will take, I took out the Aurora, the first starter ship, which most of you guys will get. But I recommend, if that's the case, go for the Mustang, okay? I've done the Orion, the 2-seater taxi service. I will now do the 325. I have not really flown this ship. I actually would have had the 360, 350, which I actually would have had for the races. I don't use it in this game, okay? But I actually bought it because when you had the races arena commander, these ships were excellent when you wanted to make credits. Because you see, I used to do a lot of exploration. I needed to buy weapons and whatnot, you see. So that's where I had that ship. And to think I actually started down the races in the Merlin. Right, hangar deck 3. So hangar deck 3. The Orion is another luxury ship. I can't give you too much details about it because I'm not really into combat. There's nobody on channel that can actually give you their description on the Orion. Yes, all the Orions are on a makeover at the moment. Okay? So when it comes to combat ships, I really can't explain. I know what you guys are thinking. Well, what have you been doing for the last year? Because it's all combat. Well, like I said, look at all the ships I've got, and I don't get bored. You guys get bored, and you stop playing. I have got too much to do, which you'll actually see. I do a heck of a lot. So I'm going to do a quick walk around this ship.
Why did the cookie go to the hospital?
To be eaten.
Because he felt crummy.
Right, this is a 325i. Now, if I'm right, this ship has got 2 engines. I'm almost sure of it. All the Orions have 2 shield generators. I don't know where they went wrong with the 600i. This has got 1 engine. I do believe the new one that they're coming out with is going to be the rework, and it does look kind of stylish. It's not as square, it's going to be a bit more rounded, and I believe the tail end is going to be very, very nice. So you guys, you best take a last look at these Orion ships because they're all being upgraded. Wait a minute. Doesn't that go on the sabre? Oh no, the sabre's got something similar. I don't know what size them guns are. I could mod this shit. Anyway, I'm gonna find my way inside this shit now, okay? If I fall out the cockpit seat, I've not flown the ship, okay? That's the only excuse. Apparently, the new one, you can actually stand in. But I've been confused. They said the ship can take cargo. Okay. Where are you going to put the cargo? I don't want to be mocking something.
Why did Johnny throw the clock out of the window?
I don't know.
Something about catching time or something. I don't know.
Because he wanted to see time fly.
Well,
Are you like reading these out of a book?
right, this is the Orion 325i. It does have a bed in there. So yes, you can actually...
Oh, here's one for you, Pepper. Why did the man put his money in the freezer? He wanted cold, hard cash.
Just give me a minute, please. I want to find out how to close this bed. What else has this ship got?
How do you like match your speed with ships?
Press M.
What?
Press M. That says match target speed.
N?
M for mother.
M for mother.
Oh.
Right, I have a problem now. I opened up the bed and I can't close it. Close. Well, this is a one-man, one-night stand ship. I've got the ship, but like I says, I can't really comment. I don't want to put anybody up who's got it, you see what I mean? But I'm not into combat, you see. I know it's supposed to be a luxury ship, I think, but I just don't really. I couldn't do much exercise and get bored. Anyway,
You look a bit tall for that ship.
Yeah.
You look as though you can keep hitting your head.
Well, this is another of the Origin ships, okay? Nice cockpit display.
Just a quick reminder, this is a free fly weekend this weekend. So if you click on the link in the chat, it'll take you to the Robert Space Industries website where you can download the game, put in the code, and you don't have to pay for any ships at this point.
But it's only for this.
If you wish to join it properly, put in one of our codes and you'll get 5,000 free credits. Only put in one of the codes, not both. But the free fly weekend is only for this weekend only. They do these every now and again. So if you don't have the money right now, start saving. So when they do another one, you may actually have the money next time.
The ships are only £35. And with the £5 discount, the ship's 30 quid. That's not a lot of money, is it?
So? Yeah, but some of them are like children that want to play and they have to ask their parents.
Yeah. And do you think the parents are going to tell them no?
Yes.
Oh,
They
well,
say you've got to earn it. Do some chores around the house.
things are not like in our days in the 60s, you know. Basically, what the commission is trying to say, £30 is not enough, is not a lot of money. The problem is the PC to run the game, it can run it to at least a good few £100. This PC I've got here is about valued at £6,000.
Maybe you can explain what is the best specifications to run this game, so that they can actually get an idea. It's not going to run on an 8 gig, like, gigabyte memory. It won't run on that.
I can't quote on that because I've got 132 gigs in mine. I have been told the game can run an 8 gig. Okay? But I find that hard to believe. 16 gig.
Game.
16 gig, they're saying is about the average, but 32 gigs is what I would say you'd need to run this game. Minimum spec for no glitches. Because I would say 16 gig because the game is being upgraded, and at the moment they're saying 16 gig is about the minimum. So I would say if you're going to be taking this game seriously, get 16 gig and upgrade it to 32 gig. Okay? But make sure your PC can hold 64 gigs. Because you never know in time, the way this game's changing, you don't want to be buying a new PC or a new laptop. So if you buy your PC or your laptop, get it with 16 gig. Okay? And add the memory as you need it. That's my best advice.
I would personally say get a higher gigabyte memory because as the game grows, you can guarantee you're going to need a bigger gigabyte memory.
Don't you know, the commissioners know the first thing about computers. Gigabyte
I thought
memory.
you shut your face.
I didn't say a word. I said you look dead pretty today. You still
Yeah,
got-
don't tell lies.
I did.
You've not seen me.
Can't I? I'm the fly on the wall
You
in
can't
your house.
see me.
Me and Sting is a fly in your bathroom watching you as you get your shower.
In my bathroom?
Yeah.
Well, that makes it a bit difficult because I haven't got a shower, I've got a bath.
Oh, okay. That too.
Oh, that sounded a bit posh when I did that. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
Well, this ship is the 325i. As you can see, I haven't got much to say about the ship. Not there's anything wrong with it. I only use these ships for races when they come back in. Oh, by the way, Synchronizer, I was just watching his video and he was doing the Vesky circuit race and it was actually pretty good actually. You know what I mean? But I sent a note there saying if he's interested in, I have got a lot more ideas for the Lesky circuit. A lot more race ideas which I think you will like. While I'm here, I'm going to show you the Lesky circuit. Just getting a little bit of height. And actually, they actually went the right way round Lesky circuit. Not like Omega went the wrong way round. So we couldn't show the video in proper quality. Okay. Right, as you can see, this is going to be a bit difficult. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to try and do this with the mouse. Okay, 1 minute. This is the
I need
mouse.
to target something.
This is the mouse. Okay. And if you follow the outline, this is the Lesky circuit going clockwise. Now there is a lot to this circuit which you don't know about. When I say a lot to this circuit, there is a lot to this circuit you don't know about. But I'm just outlining the outskirts. It has hidden traps, it has straight pass-bys and quick, there's a heck of a lot you don't know. It's even got 2 landing pads, which, where is it? Yeah, I'm right. It's got 2 landing pads, okay. One is about there, where the mouse is, and the other one is there. Okay. Now, when I was in Omega, one of the lads in there, Vorak, actually drew the map for me. Varric, sorry, actually drew the map for me. I was giving credit, which is credit due, because I didn't have the time to do graphics because I'm always doing content creating. But I was doing some research on the Lesky, and actually it was actually created by somebody in 2017, basically. He's not into combat, but he does do combat. But I'm just going to show you this other circuit, this other landing pad while we're here, just to show you that there is another landing pad.
right, what were you trying to say just now, Sting?
How do you target something?
Do you know the key for that, Pepper? How do you target something?
It's either Y, so U for uniform, Y for Yankee, T for Tango, Or Alpha Romeo. Oh, I've lost the landing pad. It's not there. So where could it be then?
Did you get that? Did you get that, Sting?
Yeah.
I think it's Y, if I remember rightly. Y or U.
No. There's 4 keys. Okay. You've got Y. U, sorry, for uniform. That selects the next target. Okay, of friendly. I've actually changed mine to all targets. Then you've got what is it? Y, I think it is. That goes to the next target. Now the question he was asking, which he didn't say, is how do you select enemy targets? Enemy targets is either T for Tango or Y for Yankee. Anyway, well, there is another circuit around here, but obviously I don't want to take too long. I could have sort of saw it. Well, it's there. Basically, it's a disused landing pad that's never been used, but it is pretty big. It's actually bigger than the second one they've got on the outsides. Well, I've spent too long in this ship, and there's nothing much I can really say about it. But I'm going to take one more look at myself inside this ship and take a snapshot. I can actually see right. I wish I could zoom in even more, you know. As you can see, I'm in my civvies and I'm comfortably just flying around Lesky. You might be wondering why I've not flown outside Lesky. It's because I'm actually doing a free fly week, showing you guys what ships are in the game, what ships we can use now. All these ships that you see me fly, I have them 24/7s, okay? Now, some of these ships are not in the game, but they will be released. And some of these ships can only be released at certain times of the year, like Christmas. But I like roleplay, I like to experiment, so that's the reason why I got these ships. I know you guys are there thinking, why have you got all them ships? Well, 2 reasons. I'm only one man, I can't fly all these ships.
He's greedy.
These ships are to donate to the players that want to fly these ships at no extra cost. When the game is released, I will get rid of all my small ships because it can be bought in game. And if the game persists and I'm still alive, I will sell all my ships and buy one big ship. But for now, because I'm exploring and experimenting, that's the reason why I've got all them ships. So I have time to play, I have entertainment, fun and everything. You might only have one ship, after a while you get bored, and when you get bored, you're not going to want to play the game. But the game is very interesting. It'll keep your brain active as long as you've got an imaginative mind. Just doing shooting them up all the time, you can't create gameplay for that. But I can create a gameplay for shoot 'em ups because I'm an explorer. I find content. Most players there just want to do shoot 'em up. If CIG don't create a mission, you throw your game back in the box. I can create a mission just in the alpha version here right now where I can actually make credits. But I'm not going to be going into all of that at the moment, okay? Because I just want to get through these ships. I've only got through 5 out of 32 ships.
And thank you Y077ER. Actually, it's T and Y for enemy ships, and U and I for friendly ships, and R to lock onto ships in front of you.
thanks to you, IR. Basically, you're actually right, but I've had to alter my key bindings because I use voice attack and various other programs, you see. But yes, you are actually right. If you use the advanced settings. Okay. I am going to try and stream for at least 4 hours, 3 hours if I can. The reason why is because to show you guys that the server is stable and doesn't crash. Okay? The server is stable and doesn't crash. If your PC is lagging, it's not down to CIG. Your PC specs need to be upgraded. And please don't say, well, CIG should make it so we can play on all PCs. This game will not be released for another 5 years. And in 5 years, you're going to want a lower PC. So why does CIG step back and make it so very slow PCs can play on it that won't be no good within a year? I'm not saying it's not wrong, but as you know, most people upgrade their PCs every year, and these are the reasons why. Okay?
If you wish to join us in the Unity Corporation on Discord, the link is in the description below. I will also put the link in the comments after streaming. When I say join the org, I mean join us on Discord. And if you like what you see and how we do things, you may want to join our org at a later date. This is a free fly weekend. The link is in the chat on the right hand side. If it has disappeared, I will be putting it back in. Basically, it is a free fly weekend for this week only, which means you can join Star Citizens, put in the referral codes and get 5,000 free credits.
Okay.
I will put the two back into the chat as well.
I would like to make an announcement about credits, but I will do that when I've landed. I know you guys would like to see combats on the ships, but I've got too many to fly and it's going to take more than 3 hours if I start going out the sector. Secondly, the reason why I'm staying in Lesky is so I don't get hijacked. Okay? I feel calm and I can fly at peace.
Warning, you are blocking an active flight lane. Please vacate the
Right,
facility.
as I was saying, this is a free fly weekend. The
Your landing privileges have been revoked.
lost something. 1 second, I must cut that instead of copy and pasted. Oops. 1 second.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area.
Oh dear.
Thank you for your
Time
cooperation.
start.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your
Right,
cooperation.
as I was saying, this is a free fly weekend. So click on the link in the right hand side. Enter the free Gamescom free fly. It will lead you to the download the game. you will be able to enter the game for free. You do not have to pay for any ships at this stage. When you decide to join the game properly, you will be a member of Star Citizens already, which means all you have to do is buy a package. You will have the 5,000 free credits if you enter one of our referral codes. The cheapest ones to buy is either the Aurora or the Mustang, but you don't have to fly those. You can join Pepper in his ship if you wish.
Or fly them by yourself.
Depending on how can I put this, flying experience you've got. He's not going to give you a caterpillar or a starfarer to jump straight into and fly, because you're going to crash it because you're not having had any experience. So
No,
obviously he's going to give you a...
No, what you mean is, right, I wouldn't give them an inexperienced player a full cargo of ships. A full cargo with ships on, a full ship with cargo on it, because you can lose it. I'm going to give an example on this. 2 days ago, I had the money to fly the 600i for you guys to give you free credits. Okay? Now I had 200,000 in the account. Right. What had happened? The server glitched. When the server glitched, I lost 170,000 in one blow. Now you think 170,000 in easy credits? So? But yeah, no, but so. No. The economy is the credits you make in the game. How much is 170,000 credits worth? I will tell you. £175 in real money. Now when you start getting addicted to the game, okay, and you start messing up on your credits, you're going to be running to the bank. And when you run to the bank, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to buy credits so you can play in the game. I've done the opposite. I bought the ships, not the credits. I remember a couple of months ago, I was listening to one of my colleagues, had so much credits because obviously his in-game credits was built up over the years. It's free, but still money at the end of the day. Okay? And he had trouble letting his caterpillar and he almost lost it. And he doesn't know, I actually felt for him. But he didn't seem to understand, if that was real money, how bad would he have felt? And he was one of the first persons that said he's going to buy loads of credits, AUC credits, to play in the game. And I said to myself, why? Take that money and buy ships. Because if you buy the right ships in time when you're practicing, you can make the credits in the game automatically. It's just that the game's buggy at the moment, so you can't retrieve these credits. But CIG in time will, because this is a big issue when this game starts. Because that is money you will be losing. It's not funny money, because obviously you spend money in the game of these ships, okay? And you can buy these credits in these games. So think very carefully, because you can become addicted. You have to set yourself a standard. My standard is not to buy credits in the game, but I will buy ships in the game. I have been flashed from behind.
When he says addicted, Pepper is addicted. He plays this game 18 hours a day.
If I'm not playing, I'm researching. Anyway, I'm going to take out another ship and I might have a rest for half an hour and come back. But I want to fly at least, take trip. I did say I want to do for 3 hours, and I don't know how I'm going to do this because I need someone to take over the commentating. Right, what's the next ship?
Means something over the commentating. I have been doing it.
No, basically what I'm trying to say, I was going to sit down for half an hour, put the ship in autopilot to show them that the game doesn't bug out, but obviously Anyway, let's get next ship out. You misunderstood me. 1 second, please. Right. Ah, the Merlin. The Merlin is a snob
Your
fighter.
ship has been delivered to the following
It's
landing
like a
pad.
parasite in your side. Don't underestimate the Merlin. Because it's so small, it's got no shields, you think it's hopeless. It is a bloody good ship. If you're being attacked and you've got one of these ships, I'm telling you straight, that guy will break off his main attack to come attack you. But because the ship is so agile, he can't touch it. He can't shoot down the shields. So it gives them the time for the opponent to turn round, regain his shields and blow you out the sky. So this is a very good scout snob fighter ship. So yes, when they have this working on the constellations, you've got a very good ship. Now, I actually did a little stream with Godzilla a couple of days back. He says to me he wants me to go into the Nox and load the Nox onto the Cutlass Black. He didn't tell me why. So I did. And before you knew it, he had me as a guinea pig. He was actually doing missions, but I was a distraction while he shot down other players. So these small ships are very, very good. They're very agile, they're very quick. The only thing that's wrong with these ships, the guns are very small, but they're not there to take ships out. They're there as a thorn in your side. But this one has got ballistic size 2s, and it is pretty powerful. Nice sheep ship. I first used this ship when I was doing the races. I was making 60k a day when I was using ship doing the races, and I'm not very good. This is what I'm saying about, as you can see, this ship can fold. Okay, so it's very good to go in small ships. Now with the 600, with the 85X, if it could do the same, it would be very versatile. That's why this Merlin is very popular, because they're using this ship there now and they can put it in other ships. Care what the ship is, they can. I think Sting's asking a question.
Yes, I will get to him. Thank you.
It's something to do with the stream channel. Just turned in his reception at the moment, so that's the reason why
Yeah, yeah. I was actually answering a guy on here, the Y077ER.
Well, ask him to come in and join us. We can have a good chat.
I have. That's what I was doing.
Slow down. You can test the voice channel to see if it's working properly.
Your adventure, courtesy of Kruger Intergalactic. Systems active.
I know you guys want to see the big ships, okay? Well, let's get these small ships out of the way. Save something for tomorrow if necessary. As you see, this is the Merlin. I might take it a bit out of the area a bit, okay? As you can see, nice animation. This ship can actually fit in the Starfarer and a couple of other ships. It can even fit in the 600i, believe it or not. I will take it out of the atmosphere. I don't really want to, really. No, I don't think I will. Because I'm not here to show combat skills.
Yeah, when you've finished your dinner Y077ER, come and join us and actually come and chat with us.
And you can actually voice your opinion on the game if you've got any opinions at all. You might want to ask some questions.
Oh, 1 second. I just seen this. I melted all my Voyager direct purchases from the last 6 years, and I started a new patch with 321,500 AUEC.
Wow.
That is a lot of AUEC.
Save that and buy a big ship when it comes in game. Can that buy him the Javelin?
So what ships do you have at the moment, Y077ER, since you say you have plenty of ships?
Has it?
That's what he said. I have plenty of ships, thanks anyway. But I was wondering what ships he has got.
He's got a lot. He'll have them all. He says the last 6 years. He'll have them all. He'll have them all. He'll even have the Javelin and all them kind of ships. I've only been going about a year. 27,000. Wow.
No, he said he has 321,500. That's a lot of AUEC credits.
No, it's about, no, because I had about 200,000 2 days ago. Which took me a couple of days to earn.
Yeah, that's what you had to earn. He's got all his from all his melted, all his Voyager direct purchases from the last 6 years.
I think he should have more than that. Don't you mean million?
He's got 321,500, so he probably is 3.21 million, I expect. I don't know.
Well, let me go. Yeah, slow
It
down.
could be 321 million.
It could be. It could be. Because we don't know the price of the ship, but I do know it's going to be at least 100 times the normal rate. Because if you can buy the ship for 50 quid, they can't sell the ship in game for 50 or 500 or 5,000. It's got to be in real term money, and that's where it's magnified.
Dingwolf is asking, how do you melt your purchases?
Right. You go into the game and melt it. But one thing, if he melts it, that money is locked into the game. If he melts the ship, okay, that is locked into the game. If he doesn't melt it, he can upgrade the ship. And if he ever wants to sell the ship on because CIG does not want to give back his money, he can sell the ship on privately if he wish. He can get all his money back, he can make a profit, or he can make a little bit of a loss, but at least he gets something back. But if he melts it, it's locked into the game.
Yeah,
That's
like you done once.
That's, because I didn't understand it. And I'm sure if I explained my case to them in the Pioneer, they would give me that ship as LTI, which was intended. If not, I'll have to melt my Pioneer, buy another ship that's warbound, that's got LTI to still do it, and make that ship giftable, if that still works. because it was a mistake, and I've not had time to go back and ask them for it. I know they can be awkward, okay? I'm sorry, CIG, I speak my mind, okay? Okay, I've spent money with you, so if I didn't like the game, I wouldn't play it. But I do believe in freedom of speech. That's why I left Omega. I don't suck ass, okay? Kiss ass or lick ass, don't do it. So you have to respect me for me respecting you. Where was it anyway? Where was that?
In my opinion, I wouldn't melt. The reason why 077ER has melted his stuff is because he's been playing the game for over 6 years, and now they are able to melt the game, some of the stuff that they've actually had that are no longer available in the game, is what I understand.
Right, he's talking.
So that is the reason why they've actually melted it and got that many credits. But if you want a different ship, upgrade it. Do not melt it, because you will not benefit from melting it, in my opinion.
Right, cutting a long story short, he wouldn't have melted the ships, not really. He would have melted the weapons, etc., which can't be used, and they would have given the credits for that. I think that's what he means. I could be wrong, but I think that's what he means. Well, anyway, this is the Merlin, as you can see. It is a nice ship, okay? It's quick and it's agile. And it's a nice scout, and it's a nice pesticide ship. Oh yeah, let me just fly out. I might be able to fire up them guns, won't it?
But Wolf is a new player, Y077ER. He's only just joined the game, so he's only got a little Aurora at the moment, as far as I'm aware. He is training. And yes, you were correct, Pepper. Not the ships, only the weapons and hangars, flare, etc.
Thank you. Right,
Pepper did melt a ship earlier on in the game, and is now locked in as money in the game. He hasn't been able to get it back out as yet.
No, not quite. I did melt the ship. What you're talking about was when I first started, and I bought the Freelancer. Didn't understand what was going on. And I melted it, and the credits are still in the game today. I did try to recoup some of it back, but I had problems, so it's still locked in the game, and that's why I do know now, if you can buy the ships outside, feel free. You should be able to sell them all. But one thing you need to understand, which CIG hasn't quite explained, when you upgrade your ships, they are taking a fee. Okay, I'm going to try and explain this the best way I can. You buy a ship, and it's a brand new ship, new star credits. It's say £10, hypothetically. Okay. If you go to upgrade that particular ship, okay, that ship is £25. Sorry, it's £10. If you go to upgrade the ship, they put another £15 or another £20, whatever it is. And if you go to upgrade on top of that, they're putting another fee on top of that. So take that into account when you're upgrading on top of upgrading. But at least you'll have one ship, not half a dozen ships like I've got. But your money isn't locked into the game. It still gives you the versatility. If something goes wrong, and CIG doesn't want to give you back the money for whatever reason, I think it's stupid really, because at the day you're going to set somebody else, and they would rather have them people buying the game off you for whatever. But anyway, that's the way they see it. I know they can't be doing anything because they'll be going bankrupt. I understand that. But you as a normal player, look, I got over 5 grand in this game, okay? And I don't want to lose it, you know what I mean? So I have to have some safeguards, you know what I mean, basically. But I've got no intention of selling my ships. I've got no intention of melting my ships. I will melt them, but that's only to upgrade them as time goes by. I don't know if that helps you guys, but I hope it does. I'm just going to fire off a round of these weapons now. Those are size 3, size 1 lasers. No, not that one, laser. And that one is a pain in your backside, ballistic. Now, when that's shooting at a ship, trust me, he will break fire off your constellation because his shields will go down and he will come after you. But he can't catch you because you're fast, you're small and you're nimble. That gives your Andromeda time to space and size guns on his backside.
If you decide to join us on Discord, so you can actually fly to a Pepper's ship, you will get the use of the Caterpillar, Starfarer Gemini, Starfarer, 600i, the Aquila, the Andromeda, Cutlass Black, Sabre Raven, Herald, Rover, Cyclone, plus a lot more. Eventually, when they are actually out in the game, he also has the Pioneer, Merchantman, Mercury, Prospector, Carrack, Polaris, Hammerhead, the Apollo, plus a lot more. So basically there'll be an awful lot of ships you can actually do. I myself only have 2 ships. I have the Aurora and the Cutlass Red, but my loner ship is the Cutlass Black, which I absolutely love.
But you
Because
don't.
it's quick, nimble, and very, very easy to put cargo on.
Nickel Miss, you don't need any more ships because all the ships I've got are all free for all the org members to use. And if they learn how to fly it, them ships will last them days. You see what I'm
I
coming
know,
from?
that's why I've only got 2 ships. There is another ship I would like to get, and that is a Taurus. I would like to get it, but I am very disappointed in that because it was due out in 3.3. It then got pushed back to 3.4. Now it's been pushed back to 3.5.
But you don't need to because I've already got the ships. You can have them when you want them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now what? No, I know what you're trying to say. I get it. I understand. You're thinking like everybody else. I want my own ship. I want to be able to do this in it, and I want to be able to do that in it. Okay, I get it. I understand. All right, nothing wrong with that. But remember, it's 140 odd pound. I understand that there too. Now, if I give you a ship, you're going to be flying that ship all day because when you learn how to fly, that ship's not going to blow up. You save yourself 144 pound. These are what we need to explain to the players at the end of the day. Yes, you can have your own ship, but at the end of the day, these are team ships. And when you want to play team, you're going to have trouble finding these players that's going to play with you. Okay? Because they're all thinking the same. I want my own to do this and I want my own to do that. And then before you know it, everybody's got their own ship and those ships have been flown. Me, I am a different type of player. But what I'm trying to do is bring them all together and the ships will be there 24/7 so they can fly these ships in a group or solo. If it's in a group, they can guarantee there's going to be somebody on that ship at all times. For instance, if it's a javelin, there's going to be somebody on there so you can spawn in there, spawn out. The ship will be in space for months, weeks, days on end, which I've been doing since 2.6. Sometimes I'm in space for 3 days and before I come back to Port Hollister. You know what I mean? But this is what I need to explain to the players. Me personally, I don't want to be a pilot because I don't want to spend the rest of my life just looking at black stars when I can walk around, tinker with everything, do land exploration, do this, do that. You can't do it as a pilot. And if it's your own ship, how much gameplay are you going to get? Oh, I'm just gonna go pew pew pew. I'm just gonna do a common raid mission. Oh, I got to wait for CIG to come out with a new mission before I can play. Oh, it's boring. I'm gonna wait till 2.6 come out. I've been playing this game 18 hours a day, and I don't get bored because as an explorer, there's nothing in the game for an explorer, so you create your own content. I want to be an engineer in the game. Why? Because I want to tinker with the ship's component. That's why I want the Endeavour. And you know what that's got? You guys just want to grow drugs. I want that ring thing that goes around. Because I'll also be doing science too. And I don't know the first thing about science. Just giving you guys an idea at the end of the day. Okay? I spent the money on the game because I am benefit from it now. Okay? I will benefit from the game in 5 years in a different way. But I'll be kicking myself if I got 5 grams worth of ships and all these ships are in game. Yes, they won't be in game. Okay? Only a selected few will be in game. I'll give you an idea. Whatever is in the upgrade charts, which you can see now, those are the ships that will be in game for free. Okay? Unless you wait until Christmas and these ships are on promotion, then you can get them. But that's not stated by CIG. They spent a lot of money on these ships to keep them in business. If they take them out, how are they going to pay the staff? Okay? They have to pay the staff somehow, so they're not going to release everything, which is understandable. I've only got different ideas how they can keep business rolling, which they haven't worked out yet. Basically, which a lot of you guys will disagree with. CIG can create missions that can last weeks and months, and they can sell those missions to the viewers. I'm not paying for no fucking... Yes, no, think about it, right? You can get these little potsy little missions and get little 200 credits, but when CIG is ready, when they pull their fingers out their backside, insult, insult, insult. No, I'm not being insult. I'm making a point here, okay? That helps CIG, but this is the best way to go about it. You guys seem to like...
Bring back Chester!
Basically what I'm trying to say, you talk about missions now, okay? People say, oh, I don't want to pay for missions, but the missions are going to make you money, are going to give you gameplay. And when they start creating the right missions, okay, don't tell me you won't buy that mission. Because if it's of any interest, you will buy it. All members will buy it. Why? Because they're paying big dividends and credits. And if they have to pay their staff, they need these missions. So I don't care what Omega says or anybody says, I will tell you straight. Sooner or later, Omega will buy ships, will be selling missions. They just haven't thought about it yet. Because remember, these ships can go into space for years and days on end, okay? And they can't be selling ships all the time because the space will be polluted of ships. Everybody's going to have ships, so nobody's going to want to buy ships. But the missions you will buy. But yes, there will be missions in the game for the minor players, but they will not be as intensive of what's out to come when CIG pulls the finger out the backsides. Okay?
You will have a starfarer approaching you from underneath.
Yeah, I know, I saw him. There he is. So if you guys would like to disagree, please put a hate comment in the text box. Remember, it's my opinion. I've been playing games for years and I've seen how games have developed. And I do believe the next way forward, when they've got everything sorted, the game is released, start selling missions. Because it's always missions, they'll never run out. And if they want later on, they can give the missions away for free. Star Citizen started it, but they didn't do it properly. It developed a bug, and people made a lot of money out of that, which I don't think these guys will make that same mistake. With Star Citizen, they had to actually stop it until they could actually work a way to fix it. Please make a comment on that if anybody's got a comment. I think that's a very important topic that CIG needs to look into.
Right, we've done Polaris and we've done Grim Heck. We have another one called Selin. Selin is a natural satellite of Crusader. The moon is a volcanically active and has at least 100 volcanoes. Named after one of the three siblings, named after the youngest of the three siblings, featured in the 24th century children's morality tale, A Gift for Baba. This moon features over 100 currently dormant volcanoes that are said to represent Selin's simmering anger. Burning with volcanic activity, Selin is the counter to her icy sister. Although the volcanoes have been dormant for hundreds of years, the surface is dotted with thermal geysers, or geysers if everyone knows how to pronounce it, that erupt without notice. The largest of such geysers can destroy heavy vehicles. Highly corrosive clouds of gas are regularly released from the moon's surface, creating low visibility and damaging anything caught outside. Selin doesn't appear to have an atmosphere, unlike Crusader's other moons. Citation needed. Philip XU built the first permanent homestead on Selin in 2906. On 2904-1002, Chad Fawley completed the first successful solo circumnavigation of Selin in a ground vehicle. Daymar, or Saturn 2b, is a natural satellite of Crusader. Named after the middle brother of the three siblings featured in the 24th century children's morality tale, A Gift for Baba, this is the largest of Crusader's moons. Daymar's slightly eccentric orbit is said to represent his ease at getting lost in the story. On 2904-03-17, Miko Norwood collapsed here while loading soil samples into her ship. She passed away later that day due to complications with an artificial heart valve, making her the first person to die on Daymar. Darnell AJ built the first permanent homestead on Daymar in 2906. Atmospheric composition. Daymar has a thick, non-breathable nitrogen-methane atmosphere with traces amounts of hydrogen, and it's toxic to humans without breathing equipment. You can find a javelin wreck approximately 240 kilometers from Arcourt Mining Area 4141. The nearest orbital marker is OM2. Bountiful Harvest Hydroponics is dedicated to growing the best nature has to offer. Crusader Industries commends Bountiful Harvest Hydroponics for their extraordinary response to those in need on Vega 2. Following the horrific Vandal attacks on 2945-1005, Bountiful Harvest produced and donated more emergency food supplies for the Vega relief effort than any other outpost on Crusader's moons. This outpost's extraordinary sacrifice serves as a reminder that the UEE will always stand behind those who come face to face with a Vandal threat. Kudaor is an independent mining facility not far from Selin.
I am going to now go into the Hornet.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Okay. And I'm going to leave the game flying by itself. Now, some people don't seem to understand this, but if you keep still like this for longer than say 3 or 4 minutes, you will bug out. Okay? But if your ship is in motion, okay, your ship will carry on flying. Now, I am going to take an half an hour's break, and I'm going to go into the Hornet. Okay, I would like to use a 600i or one of them ships, but I want to take longer details on those ships. Okay, so we all know the Hornet. So the Hornet is a good combat ship, so I won't need to explain anything about that. I'll just take it off, fly into space. Basically, I'm going for number 2. We didn't need to hear that. Disgusting. No, seriously. That's how long I take when I go to the toilet. Okay. Good God. Anyway, but
I'm not even gonna make a comment on that.
so I'm going to take this ship. It's not a fast ship. I just hope there's no creepers out there. That's going to spoil it. So we'll be looking at a blank screen. Okay. I could take a faster ship like the Harold, but I want to leave the Harold to the last. Reason being, because I want to talk about the Mercury. One thing you've noticed, I've done no combat because you've seen it all before. Okay? But one thing you might have not noticed, which I think you have, I've not been wearing no spacesuits. Did you know it took me 3 hours to find these threads I've got now, going to different stations? All the clothes have disappeared, but they haven't disappeared. They've moved them all down to Houston. In 3 weeks you'll get them all back.
Called Hurston.
Houston. Houston.
Hurston.
Houston. This is the Hornet that everybody's going crazy about. I don't use it personally. Okay? Anything that bit smaller, I'm not interested. I won't say too much about the tail. And I know there's griefers out there because one tried to take me out just now. But at the end of the day, all I'm doing is trying to advertise Star Citizens free of cost. How do you get into this ship? This is a single fighter. They do have a 2 fighter, and actually this has got quite a few guns on this actually. It can take size 5, I'm almost sure of, size 3, size 2, size 1s. It has, is it 2 shields it's got, or is it 4? I have to go into stats and find it out.
Advent Aerospace, all systems online.
Oh, okay. The only time I use this ship is when I'm going to claim my stats, claim my name.
For anyone who has just joined the stream, watching it wise, my name is Little Miss UK, and my partner in crime is Pepper.
I'm not in crime. Taking the piss. You still there? You come, miss? I was saying I'm not in crime. I'm a good guy. Okay, I will be flying into space. Okay, and I will be leaving it running. Okay, to show you guys you can actually play this game for more than 24 hours if you're into long hauls like I am, exploration and whatnot. You've seen a few times I've actually woke up in my ship the next day. This ship has got a top speed of 225. Right. So this ship will be able to catch up to the this ship will be able to catch the Mercury. No, for a data ship they don't want these small ships there catching them. I know they can warp out, but no. I'm trying to lock the spring so it doesn't drop speed, you see. I'm having a bit of trouble at the moment.
Oh, I was rudely interrupted. As I was saying, my name is Little Miss UK and my partner in crime is Pepper, and we love playing Star Citizens, and today we are promoting the Free Fly Weekend. The link is in the chat on the right hand side. So are our referral codes. If you decide to come join Star Citizens, you can put one of those codes in and you will get 5,000 free credit. If you put the code in for Free Fly, I think the called Free Fly Weekend, I'm not sure, the code is actually on the link that I posted. You can actually join us for free this weekend only. They do these Free Fly weekends periodic through the year, which means you can join Star Citizens for free and then decide at a later date if you wish to join it properly, which means you can buy your own ship, because you do not need to buy a ship at this stage, because you can actually join Pepper and any of our other members in this Discord and fly with them, fly their ships, fly with them, do missions, do cargo runs, do whatever you want to learn how to play the game. Pepper will show you how to play.
I don't want them to buy their ships, I want them to use our ships. Because they're going to be there, we can do team play, voyages, and create missions, role play the whole lot, because we are a role playing, and the ships will be there because we'll be having big ships that can make them money. Combat also.
But they need to buy a ship package in order to join Star Citizens in the first place.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Somebody forgot to tell me that.
When I say buying ships, I mean in order to play, when the Free Fly Weekend is finished and you actually like the game and you want to carry on playing it, you will need to buy a ship package, either the Aurora, I think it's all the Mustang, which will give you Squadron 42 and a ship and a hangar, which means you are now a Star Citizens player. If you've entered one of our codes, you will have 5,000 free credit. If you wish to come and join us on our org, we can be found in the Discord, which can be found in the link description below. We are in an org called Unity. Unity means all for one and one for all. When I say join the org, I mean join us on Discord, and if you like what you see and how we do things, how we train people, how we encourage them to do certain things on their own, and actually do cargo runs and help them fly ships and whatever, and even group group missions and stuff like that, and want to join our org at a later date, let us know and we can send you an invite. Or you could ask me to put the link in the Discord and you can send it on an application form that way. We do have active players called Beameron. He's into salvage and engineering. Gorillazilla is into industrial espionage. We also have Pepper, who is into exploration, engineering and streaming. Myself, Little Miss UK, is into cargo, exploration, medical and engineering. Ding Wolf, who is also in the Discord, is a new player, which Pepper has taken under his wing a little bit and tried to help him out. He is learning, but it is a bit hard because he is in a different time zone to us. But when we are actually on Discord together and he is in the game together, they do join up and do missions or try and get their crime stats off together and such like.
Okay, as you can see, the ship is now on full boost, running at 1200 kilometers an hour, which I will show you. As you can see to the left, 1225 kilometers. I have 80%. Oh, I best show you. No, I don't really want to move things actually. No, I'm not going to move. Yeah, I can, can't I? Yeah, it's set differently. As you can see, I am actually traveling at 125. I'm cruising at that speed, and I've got 81% of hydrogen fuel or fuel, whatever you want to call it. I don't know all these things because I'm not really into combat. I really like to explore and do things, okay? But there's a lot that I do, okay? I get bored of shooting a couple of ships all day, watching me back. I find it stressful. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it on for half an hour, and I'm going to come back. And the PC will be unaided. There's no fancy press button, there's no fancy this, there's no key lock, no nothing. Just a simple, straight game. As you can see, I'm in my series. And if I'm being attacked, you will see, but at that speed, I don't think anything's going to be chasing me. I'll be back shortly, about 30 minutes to be exact. What time should it now? 25 past 6.
Pepper does have various ships, which if you join us on Discord and actually download the game, you will get to use and learn to fly in these ships. The ships he has are the Prospector, Pioneer, Merchantman, Mercury, Carrack, Polaris, Hammerhead, 600i, Apollo, plus a lot more. Those are the ones that are not actually out in game. The only one that is out in game at the moment is the 600i. The others I've mentioned are not out in game yet. But he does have access to the Caterpillar, Starfarer Gemini, Starfarer, Aquila, the Andromeda, Cutlass Black, Sabre Raven, Herald, Rover, Cyclone, and a lot more besides, which you can actually go in. He has bought a few ships recently. He's bought the Apollo, he's bought the Prospector and the Mercury. He bought the Prospector, as you heard earlier in the stream. He lost all his credits that he earned over 3 to 4 days. He did actually earn about 200,000 credits and lost them in one go because the game actually crashed. So he bought a Prospector, and this one actually basically you can go mining with. So you're actually doing it and you can actually mine and gain credit once you sell it. So basically free money. Even though you're working hard to do the mining, but he puts it as your printing money. the doesn't have an awful lot of cargo space, so it would benefit from you having the Pioneer and able to build a base, a ground base on the planet where you can actually put cargo, mining equipment, all sorts of different stuff on the actual base, which you can go to at any stage and go and get it, and you haven't got to carry it around it all the time. As far as I can remember, the prospector is only about 32 cargo units, which isn't an awful lot. So the closer you can get the base, it'd be the better, because you can just take it to the base and offload it, go back and go and get some more, and just keep on doing that. And then basically you can put it on board a different ship, load it on, and you can sell it all in one go and get as many credits as you can get for it. The Mercury is one of the latest ships he's also bought. The Mercury, the star of the show, is a fast cargo data runner. Its weakness is its top speed and not able to hide a cyclone for ground exploration, which is, I think, is quite a setback really, because a cyclone would be an advantage if you can actually get onto ground, because it does give you ground exploration and is more interesting than actually flying in the air all the time. Pros for the Mercury: it's 4-star maneuverability than the Freelancer and all the constellations, better than the Hawk for data storage, outstanding shields, small and compact for its size. Cons: weak firepower and will not be able to fit through small wormholes because of its width. I do like its shape, and if anyone has actually seen ship shape this week, there's a little bit extra on it. Apparently you are able to snuggle things with this ship. Not recommended, but it is an extra added bonus. Right, the other ships he has access to, basically the other ships he has, the Pioneer is a storage building ship which we will use to build a base on a planet where we can store cargo and fuel in case we need it. It also, like I said, explained just now, we can actually store commodities there, we can store gold, we can store anything that he's mined, we can store there, which means later on in the game, once he's built up quite a bit, we can put it onto a bigger ship and transport it and sell it. The Merchantman is a trade ship, and with this ship you do not need to land on a planet or a substation in order to do trade, because on the Merchantman you do actually have a trade console on the ship. So if you want to do any trades in mid-air, you can, because you don't need to leave the ship. Someone can come up to you and say, well, what have you got? And you say, well, I've got this, do you like some? And then you can sell it to them without having to leave the ship. So basically, mobile trading ship. The Carrack is a long-distance exploration cargo ship where you can spend weeks in deep space. Basically, with the Carrack, it does say it as it is on the tin. You can spend weeks in space. you can actually explore, you can go get cargo, and you do not have to go back to the base because you have got quite a bit of fuel on board already. I mean, if somebody attacks you, then obviously you're going to have to go to Kryastra to get it fixed. Or, if you're being a cheapskate, take it back to Port Olisar and sell your cargo if you've got any on board, and then respawn it.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes.
Oh, are you still commentating? Have you took a break?
No, I was commentating.
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little clip on here. Okay, I can't do it through voice attack, so I'm going to have to go the long way around. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to look for that clip about the Mercury on the run, and I'm going to actually play that with this. If this is not the right shit to be played, I did want to play that with the Harold, but I'll play it again anyway. It's about 20 minutes for the storyline, but I'm just going to get that now. I just hope I don't bug out when I'm changing screens.
Okay. And just a quick reminder, it is a free fly weekend. So if you would like to click on the link in the box, enter the Gamescom free fly, you can download the game and you can enter the game and play for free. And if you enter our referral codes, you will get 5,000 free credits.
Star Citizens on the run.
You don't have to actually buy a ship at this stage for this weekend, and unfortunately it is only this weekend for the free fly weekend. They do it periodically through the year. I think this is the second one that I've known, and that's within the year. But like I say, you don't have to buy a ship at this point. You can fly with Pepper for free this weekend in various different ships. You can also download the game for free. Later on, if you decide you want to carry on playing the game, then you can actually purchase one of the packages, either the Aurora or the Mustang. But depending on how much money you want to spend, you can probably buy one of the bigger ships. But with the ships, you do get a Squadron 42 and a hangar, which means you can actually go into the Squadron 42 as well as reverse. I love the game personally. I just wish I could play it on my own laptop.
Star Citizens Mercury on the run.
But yeah, click on the link, download the game, enter a referral code, you'll get 5,000 free credits, and you'll be able to play. And if you wish to come and join us in our streams, or just to come and have a chat, the Discord channel is in the link below.
Okay, this is a storyline about the new ship that's just come out. I have not been able to work this in with my voice attack, Octavia, because it's not working. So you're going to have to listen to the story for 20 minutes. I could just leave the ship flying, but I don't think I will.
Dwayne stepped out from the washroom wiping his hands on his trousers. The sanitizer was supposed to dry them completely, but either he was doing something wrong or maybe the stupid thing just... His musing was abruptly halted when he spotted the Banu standing in the middle of the hallway. What the hell is a Banu doing here? He reached a hand slowly to the stun baton on his belt and firmly asked, "Can I help you?" A wide smile broke across the Banu's elongated face, deepening the network of crags there. "Hello. Dwayne quickly checked to see if the Banu's chest had a visitor tag. Sometimes one of the techs would bring in a guest if they had to work on the weekend. And it wouldn't be too surprising if Echo had forgotten to calm him from the security desk. No tag, and the Banu was carrying a datapod. Dwayne felt his pulse quicken. After working as a security guard for 8 years at the Bering Applied Technology Labs, he might actually be in the middle of his first real break-in. Don't screw this up, Dwayne. Calmly, Dwayne informed the Banu, if you don't have security tag, I have to ask you to accompany me to the lobby. Your tag, said the Banu, nodding to the small purple badge on Dwayne's chest. Does it open the doors for all the laboratories? Dwayne slipped the baton from its loop and pressed the primer. Last warning. This area is for authorized personnel only and I will remove you by force if necessary. The Banu simply tilted his head to the side and smiled wider. Please look at me for the next 5 seconds. Thank you. Dwayne realized too late that he had forgotten to see if the Banu was alone. Damn it, Moss. I told you to wait. Alex said as she peeled the still smoldering Sten glove off her hand and tucked it into her belt. She had to admit, Klanger had done a hell of a job designing the thing. Too bad the glove was destroyed after one use. Worth the money though, to be able to drop someone near instantly. Next time she was on Spider, she'd definitely need to see if there were any more for sale. You said wait till you found the key. We found the key, Moss replied, setting the datapod gently on the ground. What if this idiot had come for backup or triggered an alarm? The Banu shrugged. Alex knew it was useless arguing with Moss about things like this. He was one of the best hackers she had ever known. But trying to get him to stick to a plan was about as useless as trying to get a Vanduul to talk out an issue. Anyway, improvisation was the key to being a good data runner. Knowing that Moss was going to do whatever the hell he wanted had just become a standard part of all her plans. I believe he has done both, Moss said as he rolled the guard onto his back. It was then that Alex noticed the faint light blinking under the skin of the guard's neck. Crap, she thought. A dead switch. Bering must have wired up their security personnel with them. Something happens to one, the rest would soon be on their way. Time for more improvising. Can you hack it? I can try, replied Moss.
We can hear you.
Reaching down, he turned the guard's head to better expose the neck. Drawing a curved spoon-like blade from the small sheath hidden under his arm, Moss carved the dead switch out. Alex barely avoided being sprayed by a pulse of blood. As Moss connected a small silver connector cable from his pad to the flashing dead switch beacon that now lay in a puddle on the floor. Alex used her pyro to cauterize the wound closed. She had never been one to leave a body count behind. Not only was it sloppy and unnecessary, it tended to make the advos try that much harder to track you down. Moss, instead of deactivating it, can you make it broadcast like the guard is still okay? The Banu nodded and continued to manipulate his pad with his long dexterous fingers. Leaving him to work, Alex yanked the tag off the guard's uniform and used it to access a janitor's closet she had passed a few paces back. Sure enough, inside was a scrubber. She carried it back just as Moss was finishing. There, said Moss, retracting the connector. Healthier than ever. Then let's put him back on patrol. She opened up the scrubber's rear hatch and Moss dropped the bloodied beacon inside the refuse storage bin. A few presses later and the scrubber was happily cleaning its way down the hall. There was still a good chance that the few seconds the dead switch had been active would be enough to send a security squad to investigate, but if they were lucky, the scrubber's movements would be enough to convince anyone monitoring that it had been some kind of glitch. Either way, they needed to hurry. The research lab gleamed with an immaculate shine that screamed money and danger. In Alex's experience, the only reason that anyone ever kept a room this spotless was when a little bit of dirt would be enough to lose a fortune in research or get someone killed by accident. Of course, with the amount she had been promised for pulling this job, she expected nothing less. Moss set the datapod down next to a bank of sleek white processors on the far end of the room. If their imposing size wasn't enough to tell that they were important, the thick coil of cables running into the data hub would have been a dead giveaway. Just about every piece of tech in the place was wired to the computers. He lifted up an access junction and plugged in his silver cable. "Any issues?" Alex asked. The Banus wiped at his pad. "Only minimal protection. I believe they are counting on the building's security to prevent access." Never underestimate the overconfidence that comes with owning a big fortress-like building. After bypassing the preliminary security, Moss opened up a port and hooked the datapod into place. He settled in to extract the data and began humming "Could Have Been You," a sure sign that he was lost in the code. Alex strolled around the room rummaging through the work tables that were home to what she guessed were next-generation bearing weapons. For the millionth time, she wished she knew exactly what was in the data they were accessing. The name alone wasn't much to go by, Project Stargazer, but the guy who hired them refused to tell them anything more. Alex still had doubts about whether it had been smart to accept his offer, though her suspicion was that the job had been less of an offer and more of an order. The man, Mr. Grouse, contacted them through the usual channels on the amateur ornithologist boards. After all his bona fides checked out, they met at a small cafe on the outskirts of Prime. He'd been easy to pick out thanks to the yellow hat he had promised to wear. Alex had done her normal procedure of arriving early and placing a small pinhole camera on the wall. It was a great way to scout a potential client before meeting and make sure they weren't sweating too much or hiding an abnormal amount of guns. Neither applied to Grouse, though. He had been as calm as could be. Even more so, his skin had that artificially smooth look, a common side effect from some of the new facial reconfiguration surgical units. Which was surprising because who would choose to make their face that uninteresting? He was like the human equivalent of elevator music. Even standing across the table from him, Alex had felt her eyes wander away from lack of interest. On second thought, she could see why being aggressively boring might be a good choice considering the work she assumed he did. After a few minutes of observing him to make sure everything seemed on the up, she noticed him reach into his briefcase and pull out a small hand scanner. With a quick sweep of the cafe, he smiled when he spotted the mounted camera. "Alexandria Dugan," he had said in a calm, even voice. "I am ready to meet whenever you are. Well, that's a first. And if I am not mistaken, that Banu over there wearing the sun hat is your partner Moss Hulan. Why don't you have him join us so we can discuss our business together?" A few moments later, her and Moss were listening patiently to Grouse explain that he wanted all the records of a research project completely deleted from the Bearing Applied Technologies lab. Before she could even begin to protest, he had told them the payment. It was significantly higher than she would have even dared ask for, even on her most brazen of days. It was enough to put her and Moss on easy street and settle a lot of old debts. It had made her really nervous. That's why she had decided that they would make copies of the project files before they erased all trace of them from the lab's record. As the old saying goes, never trust a criminal. About halfway through Moss humming the day ahead, the alarm went off. That was disconcerting, but not nearly half as much as the giant turrets that lowered from the ceiling. Alex held her breath, but rather than turn and fire on them, the two turrets took aim at the lab's door. It quickly dawned on her why they were still breathing. It wasn't worth it to risk shooting up all the valuable equipment. The turrets were designed to stop anyone entering or exiting the lab, and stop with extreme prejudice if the large bearing logos on the ballistic guns were anything to go by. "How much longer, Moss?" she shouted over the blaring alarm. "The files have copied, but I will need some time to finish expunging the records." "Okay," thought Alex, "let's see how much ammo these things have." Reaching into her satchel, Alex brought out her Insta-Friends decoy. She primed it and slid the puck out into the kill box and covered her ears expectantly. A moment later, the decoy went off and the turrets sprang to life, raining bullets at the artificial targets. Got to love Joker engineering. Half the time, the stupid things didn't work, but when they did, boy, did they work. Eventually, the decoy died and the turrets spun down. The floor was completely chewed through. It looked like they had been designed to allow the rounds to penetrate rather than ricochet into the expensive tech. Right, ricochets. I probably should have thought of that first. Alex would have to remind Moss to make an extra offering to the god of luck for her. She had only brought one additional decoy and she had a feeling that the turrets had more than enough ammo to outlast it. What she needed was a way to force the Insta-Friends to last longer. Scanning the lab, she quickly found what she was looking for. A large half-built laser sat on one of the workbenches connected to an array of batteries. She momentarily considered using one of the lab's experimental weapons to destroy the turrets, but decided that she liked having all her limbs attached too much to mess with an unfinished laser. Instead, she used her pyro to solder one of the batteries to the decoy and slid the heavy makeshift device into range of the turrets. Once again, the gun sprang to life. It wasn't until the decoys had begun flickering away, the larger battery finally drained, that she heard the happy clicking whir of empty chambers attempting to fire. "I am ready to go," said Moss, strolling confidently through the still smoldering killbox with the datapod. Alex hurried to catch up. They left the lab not a moment too soon. Drawn by the gunfire, a full squad of guards descended upon it just as Moss and Alex managed to round the corner out of view. One of the benefits of robbing a campus as big as Barings is that it took a while to move security into position. If she ever went straight, maybe she would get a job as a consultant and earn big credits pointing out all the dumb things companies did with their security systems. Leaving the main research wing, the pair weaved their way back through the labyrinthine building to the executive's office that they had entered through. Alex stopped them at every intersection to ping the path ahead. It would make them stand out on scanners, but it was safer than blindly stumbling into the roaming groups of armed guards. Thankfully, when they arrived at the executive's private hangar, it was unguarded and the belligerent duck remained just as they had left it. It was one of those interesting facts of life that powerful people's private hangars are considered so off-limits, security guards assume criminals know not to land there too. That was why private hangars were usually one of the first things Alex looked for when she was casing a building. Plus, they usually had little free water bottles you could stock up with in case you got thirsty during a heist. Alex brought up her Moby and unlocked the Mercury. Moss headed up the ramp straight for data storage to make sure the pod was safely secured, while she made her way to the Star Runner's cockpit. The hangar doors opened above them and the duck lifted into the air. The name still made her smile. She had chosen it to infuriate the cocky info agent she had won the ship from. The pompous prick had the gall to name the ship Razor's Edge. Now, whenever he wanted to buy data off her, he had to calm the belligerent duck as a reminder that it didn't pay to bet against Alex Dugan. She eased the throttle forward and the ship's wide swept-back wings cut easily through Terra's calm atmosphere. A moment after leaving the hangar, the pleasant Crusader computer voice alerted her that they were being targeted. Sure enough, a sabre with Bering livery was closing in on her tail. It must have launched when the alarm went off. The comms chirped to life as they were hailed. "This is Bering Security. Land immediately or you will be shot down." Great. And it wouldn't be long before the Terra police joined in. They needed a fast getaway. Moss, weapons, now. When they had first met, Moss had refused to do anything on the ship that didn't involve hacking on computers, claiming that it was not his purpose. It had been close to 6 months before Alex had stumbled upon a solution that had worked. She had hooked up a terminal from a busted simpod into the manned turret seat so that Moss could stare at a screen instead of out the window. That was all it took. Now he was a crack shot. Moss slid into the weapons terminal, his long legs at the awkward angle all Banu were forced to adopt using human seats. "How much should I explode them?" "None. Knock out their radars and I'll take care of the rest." Alex pulled hard and swung the Mercury wide, giving Moss time to line up the distortion cannons. The sabre reacted quickly enough to avoid the first and second salvos. Alex rolled at the last second to avoid their return fire. They were running out of time. Get missile lock, said Moss. Moss, we're not killing them. No killing, the Banu agreed. Just a distraction. Decelerating till she saw red, Alex brought the ship to bear. After a heartbeat or two had thudded in her chest, she achieved lock and fired 2 missiles. The Sabre pilot, acting as expected, lit the sky with flares, pulling the missiles off course. Anticipating the brief distraction, Moss fired the turret again. The distortion cannons bit into the Sabre, disrupting its power. There was no way for it to maintain radar and stay flying after a hit like that. Maxing out the thrusters for all they were worth, Alex sped the duck away from Bering's headquarters. However, rather than angling up to leave the planet, she angled the ship towards the nearby mountainous island range. There, she lowered the ship down into a small alcove cut into the beach beneath a rocky outcropping. Diverting power from the Mercury's shields and thrusters, Moss booted up their reg spoof. Now, they would be able to fly around incognito for a little while. Should be fine as long as no one looked too hard or took a shot at them. She hoped they weren't the only ones in the area flying a Mercury today. It was definitely not their cleanest escape. No way they were going to make the rendezvous now, but Grouse was just going to have to deal with the change in plans. Bringing up her Moby, Alex began a message to their network of contacts. Bering had a lot of credits to toss around. You robbed someone like that and they usually made it worthwhile to hunt you down. Leaving the system wasn't going to be enough. It wouldn't be long before the advocacy and a whole fleet of bounty hunters were breathing down their neck. If they wanted to get out of this in one piece, they were going to need some extra help keeping an eye out. Hopefully a few of the friends her and Moss made over the years would be willing to lend a hand and alert them if they caught wind of the authorities closing in on the duck. Message sent. Now all they needed was somewhere they could hide out till things cooled off. Hey Moss, how would you feel about visiting your old SLI? To be continued.
Hello, I'm back. Well, as you notice, I did leave a little clip. That was a storyline about, oh gosh, On the Run. It has got something to do with the star lifter, the star Mercury, which is the star of the show. Now, I want to do that one last, okay? But will it be done today? That is the question. If it's not done today, it will be done tomorrow. But if I can, I'm going to try and leave this video on this game to show you that we can now play games now up to 24 hours. Okay? Now, what is it to do for over 24 hours? As I said before, I'm an explorer. There's loads of things to do. Now you people say, well look, the game's not working, it keeps crashing. It's not CIG that the server's crashing, it's your PC. There's 1,000 different reasons why it will crash. One, if you've got things running in the background, like Google Chrome, anything you've got running in the background and it interferes with the bandwidth, it breaks the connection on the server, so the server cannot get your game quick enough. It's called latency, and that's where the break comes in. So take into mind, people say it's CIG, it's not. I had this problem for 6 months and everybody said it was CIG. The problem was I let my friends have the internet, I let the next door neighbour use the internet, my family was using the internet. I had about 16 people on nearly 20 devices on the internet till I couldn't play. So before, when your PC breaks down or whatnot, make sure you've got nothing running. There are programs on the internet that can control the bandwidth to make sure certain programs get priority, like this one here. And I'm back. Look, miss, you there? Look, miss? Okay, if you just give me a couple more minutes, I will be back with you, okay? And I'll carry on with my little demonstration. I actually thought little miss was here while I wait for the PC for 5 minutes. And then I'll head back to Lesky and I'll carry on with these ships. I'm actually looking for something here at the moment. I don't even know if sound's working because everybody's just disappeared. Look at miss. God, my car keys. I'm losing things again. Right, so where's everything? Okay, I'm back, but I'm not actually going to start just yet. I'm just going to sort out a couple of things. Look at this. Now the problem is, I don't know if the stream's still working. I can only know that through the miss. The miss. At the moment, she's about 400 or 500 miles away. She's there to check that the streaming's working. I've got no blank screens or anything like that. I actually got banned for 3 months because this OBS, it glitches. And when it glitches, it loses connection. If it loses connection, you get a blank screen. And for 3 months I was trying to explain this to them and never got a reply back. And when you've got to do these long videos, there's no way to really find out. Yes, and that story you was listening to was about On the Run. That was to do with the new ship that's just come out, which I want to go into detail with on why I personally like that ship. There are a lot of pros and cons on that ship. Okay? Which I can explain now while I'm just doing something. With the Mercury, okay, the first thing you'll notice, it's a big ship. It's not a big ship, but it's bloody 40 centimeters. Like I said, it's not a big ship. That ship is very compact. Okay, that's the first thing you'll notice. It's very, very compact. Look at that ship very carefully. Okay, that ship is like the Defiant. Who said it's not? Look very carefully. Okay, the drawback on that ship, I believe, is its top speed. Okay, the top speed is about 1,000 and odd. The Harold is 1,400. Now that is to get you out of situations. This hasn't got guns, as you already well know. The Harold hasn't got guns. But I do believe that to put a bigger engine on this, the speed of that ship will be pretty close to the Harold, if it's supposed to be an upgrade from that. Okay? Yeah, I'm making ships bigger. I do know the physics. I do understand the logic. But I think that ship, if it's a data run, is what it's intended to be, an up thing from the Harold. I think you need a higher top speed on that ship. Okay, I will be explaining all this again about the ship. Okay, another thing it's got two size 2 shields. That is excellent. Okay, the Constellation has got 2 size 2 shields, but this is better than the Constellation. Why? Because it's got a smaller mass to deal with, so it's using less power. The drawback, the power plant is only 1, so you're going to run out of power sources. That's its drawback. But the shield is very, very strong. Okay, because I've been working on the shields, and I've got modulating shields to keep the power pretty stable, which you might have seen in other programs. The ship is very maneuverable. Please don't ask me how do I know all of this. You've got the manship mines, you've got other ships, you cross-reference them. I've got all these ships. The ship is the same size as the Freelancer. Okay. The Freelancer is not quick. Okay. But the Freelancer is pretty maneuverable. Not as fast as a combat ship, but it's pretty maneuverable. And because this ship is made like a saucer, like a flying saucer, and not like the Cutlass Black, it can slip through the wind like aerodynamics. Can you see where I'm coming from? So the maneuverability will be better than the Freelancer, and almost the same as the Cutlass Black. It's got cargo, the same size as the Constellation. I'm using these 3 ships as comparison. It's got, I won't say it's got speed, it's got agility, it's got damn good shields. Another thing which I think this ship should have because of its size, I know you're not going to put a snow fighter in there, so I'm not even going to go there, but you're going to put a grey cat in there for transportation, exploration or whatever, for ground reconnaissance. You got 3 people in there, that ain't going to work. Just like them other ships, put some, you can't put a Rover, it's too big. Make it adaptable to you, fit the cyclone. Now I do know the ginger guy, sorry I can't remember his name, Todd or whatever his name is, just call it the ginger guy, okay? I'm not being personal, okay? I'm just trying to signal you out, okay? We could talk about the Scouser, okay? But I'm not being personal, they're from my neck of the woods, so I know where they are, I know who they are, and they only live a couple of miles down the road from me. Right, anyway, that's the main office basically. Right, where was I now? Oh God, I've forgotten. Yes, they said that the ship's not been built yet. The first thing he says, you can't get a cyclone in the Mercury. If you can fit 2 Noxes in there, side by side, you can get a cyclone in there. Why? Because the cyclone is about 5 meters long, the Noxes is 5 meters long, and when you work it out in the 2 waves, they're roughly about just over 24 inches. Times that by 2, that's 48 inches. That's about 48 inches. That's about 4 foot. How wide is the cyclone? You can get the cyclone in there before you've even built it. Okay? You've got the cyclone into the cutlass black. Yes, I did it as soon as it came out, and I did it on the in the hangar deck because I don't like to find the ships like this in space. Right. I actually partakes 3 ships for that ship. Okay? I got rid of the cutlass black. I also got rid of the hook. I also got rid of the Harold. But I'm not happy because the Harold is quick. If you've got a Harold, you know how quick that is when you want to get somewhere, when you want to get something done. You don't make money on the Harold, but if you're into a cargo run and you're going one way, you fly one way, get your cargo, respawn your ship, fly back again, get your cargo, and you can double up, double up, double up. Instead of doing a return trip where it can be dangerous. Can you see where I'm coming from? You can use different ships to help you along the way. The ship has got, I'm sure it said it's got 2 tanks on there. That's also for long distances too. It's light, it's small, and it's compact. Okay? I think that ship is going to be fun. Just for a fun fly out. I'm not into combat. Okay? But just for everyday uses and doing different things, that ship ticks all the boxes. It has got some disadvantages already. If it had a couple of decent guns on there, I would be happy. But I'm not a combat fighter, so I shouldn't be saying anything where guns are concerned, because you don't really need them. If you're a hauler, you know 90% of the time you are flying where you're not attacked. I know because I do a lot of flying if you're quick on the job and whatnot. But I think it needs a bit more top speed, because look what I'm in there now. The top speed on this is 225. This will catch up to it. But at the end of the day, if I read the stats pretty well, all these new ships, as you've noticed, right, have got weak hulls. They don't need heavy hulls like the military ships. So they've made them very quick. So if they're made them very quick, you need to plot your jump points very quick before these other ships catch up to you. See, all these things you're working out, and how do I know these things? Because I've been testing the 600i and a lot more other ships, and try to imagine what's coming out next and why. As you know, I don't know the Scouse woman's name, but I call her Scouser, but it's not an insult. Okay, she built that ship, and the first time I seen her in the ship, I thought of Little Miss and this ship, but she don't like the ship. Don't be putting words into my mouth. I want my Taurus. I spent months. The reason why she likes the Taurus is because it's got 200 cargo crates of units, plus it's about 200 cargo crates of units, and it's only 140 quid. So to upgrade her Cutlass Red to that, it's only 20 quid. So I do understand where she's coming from. But I think this ship will be fun for her and whatnot when she gets her head around it. Now, at the same time, as you already well know, these ships can't trade cargo. But wait a minute, this ship's not going to be out for 2 years. What am I going on with? But anyway, I think you know where I'm coming from. Anyway, Miss, can you take over for a bit, please?
Yeah.
Ow, that was loud in the ears.
Right, where are we? Right. Some of the other ships Pepper has access to is the Freelancer, The Freelancer is the average everyday runaround. The Cutlass Black is an average utility and combat ship. The Hornet and Super Hornet are excellent combat ships. The Sabre Raven that you've seen him flying earlier today is a good stealth ship with an EMP on it. The Prospector is a mining ship licensed to print money, as Pepper so aptly says, and will need the Pioneer to build a base close, very close by, to store the commodities, because like I explained earlier, the Prospector doesn't have a very big cargo hold. So in order to actually make a lot of money with this Prospector, you need to build up the commodities so you can get it onto a bigger ship with more cargo space. Something like the Caterpillar, Starfarer, the Hull E. The Hull E will probably be better because you can actually literally ram that full and actually make a mint on that. The Hawk is an excellent combat stealth ship.
Can I butt in, please? The miss?
Carry on.
Yeah, can I butt in, please?
Carry on.
Right, Little Miss was actually talking about the Prospector. Yes, that ship is a license to print free money. That's the God's honest truth, okay? And what I mean by that is, if you've got a cargo ship, you have to spend money to make money. This you get money for free, okay? It does have 38 cargo units, okay? But it's not a usable. I'm just going to go through some quick figures because I've not worked it out yet. Okay, let's base it on, say, 100 and then divide it by 3. Easy figures. The ship's got 100 cargo units. When this is in mining, you'll be lucky if you get 10%. I know it's less than that, but I just want to keep it easy. So for every 100, so for every 100 mining you do, you only get 10 units filled of good stuff. Obviously, depending on what you pick up, it could be maronite, it could be this, but you get the idea. But so, and then you divide that by 3, that 10, you get 3 units, 3 cargo units. That is the same size as an Aurora. Okay, which is going to make more money, the Aurora or that? The Aurora will make more money because of the waste. But if you have something like the Pioneer close by while it's mining, it takes 10 minutes to fill the Prospector. The Prospector drops it off by the Pioneer. Yes, it's going to build a base very close, and it stacks it up, and then something like the Caterpillar comes, scoops up the cargo and takes it off to market. Okay, now you can see where I'm coming from. It's a license to print money. Okay, let's look at the Orion. Same sort of ship. You might say it's got a big cargo bit, but no, it's only 10% bigger to I understand. So if it's got 30, this one will have 300. So you just times it by 10. Now these are ideas. I'm going to be buying the Orion. Okay, I will be upgrading the Prospector to the Orion. But at the end of the day, I've got the ships that can keep these ships there going, keep the team players there going, and they can make money. These are gameplay, role play I will be thinking of in game. I've got a storyline for every ship out there that I've bought, but I am not going to be explaining every ship out there that I've bought, because at the end of the day I've got the Polaris, okay? And what that Polaris can do will be out of your imagination. What the Carrot can do will be out of your imagination, unless you've got an imagination, and it goes right down the line. The Mercury is a fun ship. Okay? I've got the ships right down the line. They're all for a purpose, for a fleet, for you guys to learn. But that is the storyline behind the prospect. If you just wanted to know why it's a license to print money. I bought the ship yesterday and I didn't like it, but I knew the reasons why I had it. I had to learn mining as a trade. It took me 8 hours just to be able to pull the frigging nozzle out. Somebody could have told me you have to press the slash key. All I could hear was press the M key. Mine's the slash key. And I was mining. And when I did the first one, everything came up like a bed of roses. Sorry, back to you, little miss. There's a pot noodle there for you. You want it? Little miss?
It's not a headache, it's my eye.
We'll sort it out in a second, yeah? Okay. I am now going to be taking the ship back to Lesky. Okay. And get on. So we've got... that's interesting. So how far can I fly? As you can see, the other moon there is Crusader. And that moon there is Lesky. I thought it was actually far than that. I could have actually flew there without warping. I'm sure of it. That's another test I'm going to have to actually do. Anyway, I'm going to turn around now and I'm going to fly back to Lesky. That's me inside the cockpit, as you can see. Now, just before I go by them out there, I'm going to buy the guns, as you can see. Oh, wait a minute. Where's all the guns? It's missing 1, 2, 3, 4 guns. 2 on the front or one size 3. And the size 4 to a size 5 on the top there. If you've noticed, I have been able to fly these ships in the comfort of my civvies. If I was going to be attacked, yes, I would then put on my suit. As you can see, I am breathing the cockpit's air, but it's showing red. I'll have to keep my eye on that. And the worst thing about it, my keys are stuck. The keys are stuck. I've been having problems with the mobiglass all day. Try it now. And the worst thing about this ship, of all the ships I had to pick, I picked a ship that's not got a bed in it. Basically, what's happened, my PC has developed a bug, as you can see. Now, what I would normally do in this case is go into bed, log out, then log back in all's well. But somehow I can't. Wait a minute, so what's happened? Right, okay, let's try it from here. You see, when you get bugs, most people just switch off. But just think about it, suppose you had cargo on there and it was everything you had, you'd have to find a way around it. Okay? So when these bugs come up,
just a reminder, this is a free fly weekend. I'm not sure if it ends today or ends tomorrow, because it is a bank holiday tomorrow, so it could end up being all day tomorrow as well, but I don't actually know. But basically, if you want to join, then click on the link in the chat, enter the code that's actually on the website, download the game. You could be flying with Pepper in any numerous one of his ships. Enter one of our codes, you'll get a free 5,000 credits. If you wish to join us in the org, we are found on Discord. The link is in the description below. When I say join the org, I mean join us on Discord, and if you like what you see and how we do things, you may want to join our org at a later date. If that's the case, I can send you an invite if you request, or I can put the website in Discord and you can send an application through that way. I do apologise, I am in and out. I am actually cooking something to eat.
she doesn't care about the intro anymore. Anyway, if you've noticed, there was actually a glitch. I'd lost control of the mouse, but because CIG has put so many different variables in the game, there has to be around it. I've never seen a bug like this before. Okay, that is actually a bug. Now I can go home.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
It will take me a little longer to get back, because obviously I've got to find new ways. This is what engineers do. When they're in space, you ain't going to commit suicide, so why do it in the game? Only if you know you haven't got a choice. I just want to get past this rock. Right, the problem is, I'm trying to see if I can actually see Lesky from here, and yes I can. Lesky is right there. right there. I could bet my last dollar on it. I could use navigation equipment, but sometimes you never know what's working from what's not. Did someone say they can't see it? Okay. Can you see it now? As you zooming in, right there where the crosshair is. Right there. That's what you call a good navigator. Yes, Little Miss is also in the game trained to be a navigator. I am also a navigator because I'm an explorer, so I need to know all these things.
Yogi.
I've lost it. It can only be one or two. I saw it before and I've lost it.
And the last planet, or moon as we call them, in the game is Yella. Yella, basically known as Stanton 2C, is named after the oldest of the three siblings featured in the 24th century children's morality tale, A Gift for Baba. This moon has a water-iced crust said to represent Yella's cool and calculating mannerisms. Wilmer Ivory built the first permanent homestead on Yella in 2907. Irma Triolo was the first person to be born on Yella in 2909. Yella has an asteroid belt featuring many small locations of interest. Two destroyed starfarers can be found on the direct route from Port Olisar to Yella. There are no bodies among the wreckage. They are linked to the primary mission ICC assistance. Benny Henge in the Umbra on the far side of Yella is a small asteroid with two transmitters on it. Neither features a Big Benny's machine though. Below the transmitter towards towers is a landing pad with gravity that has a Stonehenge-like formation of Big Benny's machines set up for no apparent reason. One of the machines has evidently fallen over, crushing and killing someone wearing dust-up medium armor, which is commonly associated with outlaws. Atmospheric composition. Yella has a very thin oxygen atmosphere. While it is too thin to be breathable, Pressure suits can replenish their oxygen supplies by extracting it from the surrounding atmosphere. Beacons. Numerous beacons dot the asteroid belt. Some denote wreckage with loot, others are simply nine-tails lures. Surface outpost. R-Corp Mining Area 157, a mining facility owned and operated by R-Corp. Benson Mining Outpost. This mining facility is the registered property of Dino Benson. Deacon Research Outpost. This research outpost belongs to Ryari Incorporated. Jumptown, a drug lab looking to get hooked up. Hopped up.
I'm having trouble finding Leskin. The things are not working.
Unusual.
Yeah. The problem is I can't log out.
Ah. Can you not go back to Polaris?
I can't do anything with the mouse at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm just hoping I don't get flagged down before I get back. I have to go through all these just to find. Let me try one more time. You see, if it's green, I'm not going to see it. Is that Lesky? Yeah, I found it.
Come and join us on Discord. Come and have a chat. Come and play the game. The link for our Discord is in the description below. The Free Fly Weekend link is in chat on the right hand side. Our referral codes are also in the chat on the right hand side. Enter one of those and you'll get 5,000 AUEC. Not AUC, I think it's a different one actually. Can't remember which one it is. I think it's REC actually. Because the AUEC is the in-game credits. but come and join us and have a chat. Well, I'm sure Pepper would let you borrow one of his aeroplane ships.
Well, I'm not actually going to give it him now, am I?
What?
Nothing. Now basically what Little Miss is trying to say, if you're on our Discord, okay, any ship that you want is there at your disposal to use, okay? I can't fly all these ships, so there's no penalties. You can fly the ships, get better, and if you're like me, you can last hours and even days in one ship. Right, what I'm going to do now, I am going to land. Can I land this ship? I'm going to land this ship. No, if I've got keyboard problems, there's no point in taking off. Well, there is, but it will cause me problems. And I'm going to take another half an hour's break. I could actually fly into space and have it keep continuous running, which is better. Oh wait, but it's still a restart, isn't it? It gives me some time then to look back and see what message has been sent and if I can answer any questions. How many ships have we done up to now, Little Miss? Hello? Right, there's two ways I can do this. Okay. One, I can log out now and log straight back in because it's a slight glitch to do the keyboard or the mouse, I'm not too sure. Two, which I would prefer to do, is log out in space in the bed. Why? Because it'll put me right back onto this server. This server that I'm on is a good server. When you're on a good server, you don't want to just log out and go back into another server. That's the problem. As you can see, I've been playing for 2 hours on this server, I've not had a problem. Now if I go to another server, well, I said they are pretty good, but you just don't know. Okay? So it's better for me to get into a ship, fly it, and then log off. I'm trying to think what ship to use. You see, I don't want to fly any of them big ships or do any roles in them ships because we've got a lot of little ships there to go through. And okay, no mouse control. It's actually locked on. No, I think I'm going to reboot. It's just that I don't know this setting, you see, of the mouse. I don't really use mouse and keyboards, I use joystick, you see. So somewhere along the line, the keys are locked. So basically all my functions work in reverse. I might save some for tomorrow actually, you know. But I'll tell you what ships we've flown up to now, and there's still quite a few more small ships to fly. I've got quite a few combat ships, so when new players come in, there's ships there for them to try. And if they like the ships, they can actually go buy the ships, or they can use them on me, off me for free. Right, I have flown the Hornet today. I have flown the Merlin. I've flown the 325i. I have flown the 85X. I've flown the Aurora. And I've also flown the Sabre. Now when I come back on, them ships that I've flown already will be the indications that I have which I've flown or which I'm going to fly. Don't need to fly the second Sabre because you've already seen the first one. The Sabre was the first ship Little Miss trained in through Freelancer in Omega. I don't know if I've done the Nox.
Don't you mean the Hornet, not the Sabre?
I thought you was getting. I thought you was trying to put on the inch war. Yeah, the Sabre.
Oi.
In that horse's backside when he's having problems. Oi! Oh no, it's a pig, isn't it?
Be quiet, you. I'm cooking. That's the reason why I'm in and out.
Oh, is that the siren I could hear the fire brigade? But we are actually going on to bigger ships. How long have we been streaming for, Little Miss? So I'm going to take a little break. If you've actually subscribed, as soon as I come back on, you'll know that I'm on live. It should be about half an hour. So I'm going to take a break now. Sorry about that. It's the keyboard, so it's kind of giving me problems. You see? I can sit on that chair and I've not even struck it red. I'm actually supposed to press a key to make that do that actually. You see, I can't actually go to bed, so I have to sit on the chair. Just before I go now, you've seen all that before, I shut it another time.